Ba-ba-bum. Close that. Oh, wrong page. Here. Pop out. Bam, bam. Throw that over here. Oh. Here. Throw that right here. And I need to. Here. Wait. I don't think that's what I want to go. I want to go here. And then. Yeah. I close that. Ooh, interesting. Yes, sir. What up, G? All right, I'm back. Yeah, so hope everybody's having a good week. Our week's been shit. We got hit by a car. Well, I didn't get hit by a car. My wife got hit by a car. Dude ran a red light, went right through the intersection as she was taking a left off the off ramp, and guy went. She took the left. Guy slammed right into the backside of her and spun her out in the middle of the intersection. Not cool. Not cool at all. We were at the emergency room until I think we got home at like midnight. And yeah, just fucking not fun. I wish I could. How do you? I wish you could like turn that noise off. Maybe if I do that. Nope, that doesn't work. That is annoying. That noise is annoying. We should be chatting about the Nintendo Switch today. All that news was released. Just waiting for tech now. I guess in the meantime, I don't think so. Let's check. Let's check to see if how do I I guess I could. Like that. Ah, fuck me. Reply. Shit. Images. Camera. I think that's the same photo. I can't tell. Send this. And then I'll show you the damage. It's a lot of damage. It does kind of okay. Yeah. Dude's license plate got jammed into the fucking wheel. He hit us so hard. Dented this all in, and it's all kind of like pushed forward. So now you can't open either of these doors. Looks like he damaged the bumper a bit. Lost this entirely. The door, instead of being like flush, it's like pulled away like that. So annoying situation, but I mean, what are you gonna do? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Oh, and the fucking forgot about this. God damn it! And the fucking wheel is bent in. So like instead of being straight, like this, the top of it. Well, actually, I guess. Yeah, whatever. But the top of it's pushed in, so actually you can see it compared to the front wheel. It's straight up and down. This one's like this. It's all fucked. It's all fucked. Stupid. So stupid. It's alright though. We'll figure it out. Going through insurance right now. Waiting on the police report. Maybe it'll show up eventually. Remember you. I do not, actually. Riftle Gaming 4177. Been going through a bunch of shit. I do not. I do not. And I apologize for that. Were you under a different name? No. Fuck, dude. My bad. My memory's not the greatest. This, the older I get, the worse it gets. It's all right. How you doing, man? Just waiting on my buddy right now. I think he's just doing a little setup. Good, nice. That's good to hear. Probably better than my week's been. My week was shit. I don't know if you just saw, but we got hit. Our car is at an impound lot. Yeah. We just got that car. It's a 2024 Toyota Corolla. We just got it 4 months ago. Wait, no, 5 months ago. Yeah. We got it in end of November, beginning of December. Yeah, RIP straight up. We'll see if they total it out. Insurance adjuster should be out next week. Fuck, dude. Doing adult shit sucks. Sometimes I feel like I'm not old enough to do it. RIP straight up. My wife's all right though. We sat in the emergency room for 6 hours because she already has like spinal stenosis and has fractured her spine before, so we just wanted to make sure she was all good. She is good. Nothing's broken. Just gonna be sore. Just gonna be very, very sore. Which actually, I think the soreness has died down a bit, but because that was Monday. And yeah, so that was like 5 days ago. Rough though. Yeah, I'm glad she's all right. Annoying though, she's getting like anxiety driving now because, you know, you get smacked pretty hard. And you're like, fuck, who else is gonna hit me now? I get that. Just waiting on my buddy now. He should be here any minute. We said 5 o'clock. He was just streaming though. Actually, let's check. Maybe he is still live. So he said he was just gonna kind of switch over. Oh, nice. What are you playing? If you don't mind me asking. Me and my wife have been playing Schedule 1. Ooh, Repo. Yeah, we want to play that. But we've been playing Schedule 1, and God, dude, we're making meth now. Oh fuck, it's so fun. It's stupid fun. Repo looks hella fun though. I think I bought it. I haven't played it yet though. I like these like throwaway 4-player games. About to get it. Bam. What up, G?
What am I?
Wait a second. Oh, there we go. All right, one moment. Are you about to get Schedule 1? Is that what you're saying? Or are you about to get Repo?
Crank that volume. Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta do this, and then I gotta do this. There we go.
By the way, man, have a good time.
All right. Hey, they're all still on. Whoa. I don't want my stealth. I want this beautiful bastard.
There we go.
How do I do it again? Is it control? I think it is control. Nope. It is alt.
Is the webcam?
Yeah, to trim you a bit better. There we go. There we go. Almighty Father.
Bam, bam, bam. We are alive. Before we get dived in here, though, let me adjust some stuff. I have you cranked to like 170, but
Jesus.
I'm gonna boost.
Am I
boost that
quiet?
a little bit on my end, at least. Yeah.
Mmm.
But I just want to see what's up. I do.
That's funny because I turned you down.
Oh, that's why it's. Wait, what the fuck? Say something because it's pulling in the music chat
Hello?
for some reason.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, why is it?
Now I'm peeking.
Why is it going through the music chat? That makes no sense.
Oh, are you talking about on GG?
Well, same thing, wavelength, but yeah, same thing.
We have all these vultures at work taking all these big black bins that we used to grow plants in. Because we posted them
stream side
for free on Marketplace. Oh boy. Vultures. One moment.
Yeah, you're good. I'll just leave it in the music thing for now and screw with it later.
Fire sale, man. There's like 5 other people there with me. There's this like old fat lady right next to me, struggling to load some up, and I'm like, feel bad,
Struggling.
but I'm not trying to help you. These things are fucking heavy.
That's J Dog.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, I'm gonna get up on those bins. Because we posted them on Marketplace, and then we had like 30 trucks come out to the front of our work, and we're like, whoa. We need to have like 5 at a time, guys. Holy shit. We still need to do work here.
You didn't post a limit in there. We're just gonna do it. Let's do 25, I guess, and then I'll figure it out.
We'd do it for you. That's funny.
All right, perfect. Let's see. I should be able to shrink this a little bit.
Talk about one hell of a week, man.
In tech related or in life related?
Life and tech, actually.
There we go. That should be fine.
In the last 2 days, me and Heather have put in. Oh wait, shit, it doesn't tell me. We put in at least 6 hours in Kittle one, from 5 to 8, 5 to 8.
No, really?
Yeah, so fun. Stupid.
All right. Well, damn. Now that it's doing, I guess I can control that in Spotify itself, but let's just do that. Play that.
I know I did a secret stream last Saturday, or was it Sunday? No, it was Saturday. To so I could only stream on Twitch and Kick, so I could listen to my playlist.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, everything is set up as needed for the most part now.
Oh, nice. Oh, that was great, man. Actually, when was the last time I played that? It wasn't too long ago. Actually, no, they just dropped a bunch of updates. I haven't tried out yet.
Which game?
Holy hell! I've played Helldivers since December.
They got all those what war bonds or something just waiting.
Wow. I need to open it up.
You're gonna unlock all the goodness.
Yeah, I need to open it up. It's been a minute. You played it not too long ago, didn't you?
Yeah, probably within the month or so.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's what other multiplayer games of that facet should strive to be.
It's a live service that doesn't feel like
Doesn't feel like
it
they're
doesn't feel like a
fucking you.
job. Yeah.
Doesn't feel like
I'm
they're
just
like,
like,
oh, bend me
nice.
over. Fucking every other game feels like it's fucking you. Literally.
Oh yeah. It becomes a fucking second job, and then they try to make you feel bad if you miss out on something. I'm like, why?
But I know you shouldn't have to feel bad.
No.
In fact, you should be stoked I even thought about it.
That's gonna drive me nuts, but I'll have to figure that out next time. Why the hell is the audio getting routed to the music channel?
That is actually kind of weird, huh?
Yeah, technology, man. Especially when I have Discord literally set to the voice channel. But as long as I can hear you, I guess that's the main goal.
Yeah, that's all we care about here.
Oh man, oh man. All right. Do we want to spin that wheel?
We can spin that wheel.
Because I know for a fact the Switch conversation is gonna take up 80% of this thing.
The Switch is going to be majority of it.
So
but
we
I
can
think-
either do that, or we could just pick from the list that's not Switch related, if that makes any sense.
Oof. Let me take a look here. Because I feel like if we get a Switch topic, we're just going to talk about Switch the whole time.
That's what I'm thinking too. So I'm almost thinking negate it from the wheel. But
Yep. So let's you're talking about last week's topic, right? Because we skipped that due to my
yeah, because literally this week I tried looking for stuff, but honestly
It's
everything was Switch related in terms of tech.
Switch
so.
game sharing that we're gonna talk about this week.
Yeah.
Ooh, I actually didn't even look at this one. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I know. All right, I'm opening up all the topics, and you can go ahead and you know what? Let's actually talk about let's start with the Hogwarts Legacy one.
Okay.
All
Let's
right.
see. Get that right off the wheel then. Hogwarts Legacy though.
So, whoa, shit.
Dude,
Yo,
Warner
you just sent a
Brothers
friend
is-
request? Sick.
Warner
ahead.
Brothers is a shit show right now, it seems like. At least behind closed doors, I'd say.
I think we were talking about that last week, weren't we? Or not last week, but the week before, weren't we? Because we were
Yeah,
talking about
'cause honestly,
Ubisoft and all them.
Yeah,
Oh!
like Rocksteady and shit.
Are you right? Oh, wait, no, there's no way. Okay, never mind. Okay, we're good here. Sorry, my bad. I was accepting a friend request. Go ahead.
Oh, just in general, in terms of Warner Brothers being a shit show, and then supposedly the reason why they scrapped this like director's cut of the game was because of pricing, which is very odd. I don't know if I've ever heard of someone scrapping something because they're like, oh, the pricing's off. Because I feel like that's always something you could adjust down the line.
So, I don't understand why you'd scrap it and not just release like, because in here it's talking about like new storylines potentially, and why wouldn't you just release that as like an expansion? $20 expansion, $30 expansion.
That's what I'm thinking. Like the fact that they say that difficult today, we remain focused on excited about getting to producing high quality games, blah blah blah. Of course you are, because at that point, then if you're scrapping this, we just straight on to like the second one. At least more focus into it. I would assume only select few people were developing this director's cut and not taken away fully from the second one. But still, it's like, how much were they charging for this thing? More than $40?
If you already like put in the work, because so when planned expansion and director's cut version. So when I think of a director's cut version of a game, you're buying the game at, max price, but it has all the extra shit. You know what I mean? Like
like a year edition or whatever they call it.
Yeah, like when I think director's cut, I'm thinking similar to what's that other game that just got recently got a director's cut? That's a Sony game, the walking simulator.
Tsushima.
Oh, even
no, that's
even Tsushima.
That one got a director's cut. Yeah.
Director's cut of Tsushima. It includes the DLC and the base game. So that's what I thought of when I saw director's cut. They should just release whatever the fuck they were working on as an expansion. You don't have to release the director's cut, but just release. You already put the work in. Fucking give it to us. What the hell?
Give it to it, yeah. Or at least, I don't know, use that work towards updates. I don't know if it's like anything graphical in there or anything like that, but at the same time, that's just concerns the amount of content and plan would not justify the price being considered. Dude, I'm thinking they were trying to use this
$10, bro. Like
I'm thinking they were trying to use this piggy bank of goodwill that Hogwarts Legacy had, and trying to get the cost back from the freaking not only Wonder Woman that was canceled, but Suicide Squad.
You know what?
Or whatever, Kill the Justice League, whatever that shit was.
You know what? If that's the case, good on them then. Good on them for not ruining Hogwarts Legacy's legacy.
Yeah, seriously.
Because
but since I saw it though, I've always just I think you said it like a couple episodes back. Can't remember what game we were talking about. But basically, if you have something in the works and gets canceled like this, I don't say like release it, because at that point it's not finished. But I don't know, fucking put in a YouTube video or do something.
Yeah,
to like
show us it.
Unless it's
Let
like
us
that good of
decide.
ideas, you don't want other industries to like use your ideas. I completely get that part, but
fuck that, dude. Show us it. Let us decide if we'd pay for it. You know what I mean? There's nothing in here that would be revolutionary enough for you to fucking not release it or like not show it to us. Warner Brothers already owns the Nemesis system. That's like one of the most important, like, impactful gaming mechanics there is, and they fucking copyrighted it like jackasses and don't use it in anything.
Did you see why they made that system in the first place?
No, actually.
They made that system in the first place to it was basically to like prevent used games. So I think they were thinking that if you had, let's say, built up,
like it would follow the disc. Like
I think so, because I'm thinking if it follows the person, it doesn't matter if you start the game. But I'm just thinking if they're thinking where if it follows the disc, then can you imagine getting whatever
Shadows of Mordor now?
Yeah, Mordor, and just be like,
after 10 people have played it,
good one.
Yeah, I know.
Just be like, get fucked.
Let's roll the dice.
Dude, instant, just hunted.
Dude, Redbox copies of Shadows of Mordor would go so hard. Oh my god.
So that's the funny part though, because they're trying to like cancel the used
physical
disc kind of thing. Yeah, because they're not seeing any. Their whole reasoning was obviously because they're not seeing any money off of it.
I can't wait to pop off about physical with Nintendo. Anyway, motherfuckers.
But literally, that's kind of, I don't know, short story a little bit about Hogwarts Legacy. But dude, I'm thinking they were planning, more than $40 for this thing, unfortunately, or even I guess the 60. Which I'm like, dude, Warner Bros, you gotta get your shit together.
I could honestly see 60
if it's what you were saying it was. Yes.
Yeah. If it had like a new story. Well, I think it says right here. It claims that it would have expanded Hogwarts, would feature new storylines, like. But I guess that depends too, like how impactful are the storylines? Because there are some storylines in Hogwarts Legacy that I did, and I'm like, why the hell did I do that?
Yeah,
that was boring.
Yeah, because there's some side stuff where like, what was going on here?
What's the point in that?
But I don't know. Dude, release the price. You don't have to release the video. Release the price. I just want to know so bad.
Tell us how much you wanted for it. You know, if that is what they were trying to do, if they're just gonna like slap shit on it and then just like call it good, I'm glad that they didn't.
Yeah, like you said, keep their one good boat afloat, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because I can't think of anything else that, in terms of goodwill that they have right now.
Do they have Indiana Jones?
So,
are they the ones that own Indiana Jones?
No, that's Bethesda.
Ooh. Oh, so that's Microsoft.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's why it's
Yep.
pretty. It's a pretty game. It's
Yeah, I don't
not
know
very
what engine
fun.
they run that off of.
Not very fun, but it's very pretty.
Yeah, did you play the full thing yet? I haven't played it just yet. I downloaded it literally yesterday though.
No, I actually haven't even played it. I just watched it. I'm like, wow, this looks boring.
Yeah, I don't expect like the highest of highs in terms of even like an Uncharted slash
Yeah.
Tomb Raider, but I could be wrong. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm hopeful because I love Tomb Raider. So you got to let me know how it
Yeah.
goes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to boot that up probably next week or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I did. We can talk about it later, but I did roll credits on a game as well. That kind of we'll talk about towards the end. So.
Nice, nice.
All right.
you
Yeah.
got a
So
spinner?
director's cut. Done. Oh, thank you for the
Not
follow
Lo-Fi
there.
Girl.
What do we got? Is Lo-Fi Girl copyright?
I don't know.
I
My
think it
wife
is.
was
I
listening
can't
to her
remember
on
that.
stream, and she didn't get copyrighted.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Is it weird because they might all sound the same? No shot to Lo-Fi Girl, but
I wonder if Lo-Fi makes their music like as it's like playing it. You know what I mean? Like they're making tomorrow's
true.
music as they're playing today's. I don't know
so
though.
it can't keep up. I don't
Yeah,
know,
I don't
but
know.
hey, it worked, I guess, until you get the goes slap on the wrist. All right, spin that wheel. If it lands on Switch too, I'm not including that. I should just
Yeah,
get
yeah,
rid
yeah.
of it off the wheel.
We'll skip that one for now.
Oh, perfect. A big gripe I'm gonna have with this motherfucking thing.
Ooh, is this what I think it is?
$800 to use a device less. So
Is this the
let me
light
get rid of
phone?
Switch 2. Yes.
So I saw this and I got a little irritated and I didn't really read all the way through it. I'm not gonna lie. I
No,
was like,
that's
"You're gonna
completely
pay
fine.
$800 for this? It looks like a Zune. It looks like
Yo,
it's from
dude, that was my first-
2010."
Dude, that was my first thought. I was
Really?
like, this thing's
Okay.
a brick. Zune.
I had a
It's like, it just
Zune and I
needs-
fucking hated it.
Just need some colors and everything with it. Yeah, so let's see. $800, 4-inch OLED display. So obviously battery life will be just fine. You're not gonna have the latest specs. Literally what you see here, phone, alarm, directions,
Is what you
music,
get.
notes, calendar is what you get. You also do get, there is a camera on this thing, whether it be selfies or, for videos, whatever or not.
Looks like shit.
But the whole purpose of this phone is to use your, I guess, smartphone less because, maybe you're addicted to doom scrolling. You just don't want to waste any more time with it, this, and that. I completely understand that. But to spend $800 on, let's say, to try to fix, in a sense, a bad habit, that is just, I don't care if you're like somehow stuck in bed, just doom scrolling the whole day. There is a cheaper way to like help you, in a sense.
So you can do this with your standard phone. You can
It's
do
called
this.
an app.
Yeah, you can do this with a Pixel. Like for example, on Ludwig's trip to Japan, he's biking across, can't use a phone. He has a Pixel that has been modified to only have camera and contact. That's all you can access. On his home screen, it just says camera, contact, just like this home screen right here. So it's like
Oh,
you don't
okay.
need to spend $800 to do this. It's just like a modified firmware that you can do on your phone.
Yeah, I've even seen apps. I
Thanks, man.
want to
See
say
ya.
literally one is called like Minimalist, I think, or
Yeah.
something like that. And granted, there's some that are free, because obviously you can always delete apps if you got that kind of willpower. If not, the software side on, I'd probably say I think iPhone probably does it as well. But you can grayscale your phone, so it's not as addictive in terms of the colors, like ooh shiny. But yeah, there's some that cost monthly, whatever or not, and they literally you unlock your phone. I even did a free trial of one of these kind of things, and yeah, you unlock your phone, and it's literally that same exact layout. How boring
like
can
a-
I make this thing?
It's like a shittier Windows phone layout.
Yeah, pretty much. You want to talk about kind of how quick though it is in terms of. I think the biggest thing, honestly, for me, is the looks of it makes sense in terms of like
Using.
just making your phone boring.
Yeah.
You know, this is just words instead of pictures. But I think the biggest thing that's even I think helped myself, whether it be with my watch or anything like that, is having some intent and also being aware of notification setup, because that to me is the more distracting thing versus
Notifications?
having something on my phone. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I actually a lot of the times during the weekend I will turn on do not disturb, and I actually don't even pick up my phone very often. My wife's on her phone quite often, but I'm normally like either watching something, working on a project, or
Yeah. Which is completely fine because I don't know, to me, when you do that stuff, it's if you have intent and focus on doing something, I don't consider it ever a waste of time. It's more of a waste of time when it's like, that mental state of I could be doing something else, but for some reason this device, smartphone specifically, is, just like it has my attention, right? Yeah, it's just constant like doing this, and it's like you ask yourself, do I even care about what I'm watching? Half the time, no. Like honestly.
so you are so right. I really, dude, I watch so much shit that I just like, I'm like, why am I even watching this? But I also do, I'm sure you do too. I also watch a lot of shit that I'm like, hell yeah, that's cool. Like I was watching somebody turn glue into alcohol earlier. That was dope.
See, that's interesting. That has me even like, oh, I'm curious how
Elmer's
this
glue
works.
into drinkable alcohol.
Wow, that's a loop and a half. Okay.
Yeah, took an hour.
Yeah.
It was an hour-long video.
See, there's intent to watch that though. That's the thing.
Side tangent. I've started to watch videos at 1.5x speed on YouTube, and boy, it's
Don't
a
they go
curse.
up to 4?
Yeah, it's a curse, though, bro. I can't watch a normal video now. It's got to be 1.5.
That's everyone's preference.
If
Unless
it's not,
it's something like you need to like follow, maybe like you're following along instruction wise or something. But especially if it's like, hell, this is an example, podcast, whatever, not like 1.5 isn't too fast.
no, I've done 2 a few times, and I'm like, oof, I can't keep up. I can't keep up. But 1.5
in
is
a
like,
way, it takes out your kind of like pauses, your natural pauses, kind of cuts those out, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it still keeps a decent flow, honestly.
Yeah.
So
It's funny to watch people play games at 1.5 speed though. They're like
speed running it.
exactly.
You're like, damn, this guy's good. Even though can you imagine a 1.5 or even like 2x video on those like Guitar Hero players? They're already
Jesus.
crushing it.
Oh,
You'd be like, dude, how they go
through the fire and the flame?
Yeah, I got my fingers are on fire.
Yeah, how is there not smoke coming off that bitch?
I'm melting the plastic on this thing.
But the
yeah.
phone looks cool. No, it doesn't.
How much? Okay, so get rid of price. How much would you pay for this? I don't literally honestly.
$299.
I was gonna say $200.
Yeah,
like,
glorified iPhone or iPad or iPod.
Zune, like you said. Honestly, it's kind of giving me some R1 Rabbit vibes in terms of size and
wait a
whatnot,
second.
but
My answer changes if
to a price or what it looks like.
there's a headphone jack.
Ooh, e-ink display, selfie camera, global networks.
Because this is a phone that could value itself off being like one of those. So like, dude, I don't see the $800 here when I'm looking at this, but I could see the $800 here if they had one of those. I'm just skimming the article real quick because I don't think they do.
It doesn't mention it.
If they had one of those, wow, what a shit battery. If they had one of those, but it is an e-ink display.
Yes.
One of those high quality audio DACs in it. I could see it being worth its price if it had that.
Just to give it a little extra something, because you're not really doom scrolling music. So
No. But if you could have like high quality like audio, I could see some enthusiasts paying for this if it had a headphone jack. It looks like the battery's replaceable though. That's kind of sick. 4 screws.
Yeah. Jerry rigged everything and took it apart and just Carlton, thank you for that. Yes, I can. Let me do that for you. Appreciate the shout out. Thank you for calling me out on it.
6 gigs of RAM. I mean, it's gonna be fast. It's ink. There's nothing on it. It's gonna be a decently speedy phone. It is an older Snapdragon, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
You're not running much on it. It's cool concept. Not worth $800 in my opinion. Add a headphone jack, add a nice audio DAC, and worth $699.
I have such a hard time when there's cheaper alternatives, if that makes any sense.
Pixel 9a.
Yeah, that phone alone is tempting. Not gonna lie.
That phone is half
Bring
this. Well, no, it's not half this price. It's fucking. Isn't it $500? $499.
No, I think it's. Yeah, I think it's. Well, no, I think it's even. Well, I don't want to say it's like Switch 2 prices.
$450.
Because I think we were saying it can't go above 5 because then 5's the ceiling for being considered cheap.
Yeah. I think you might be right, but either way, dude, fuck, get a Pixel 9a or even like iPhone. No, that's more expensive. Never mind. But they did release a budget version, but I think it's $700.
Oh no, okay, so they put it right at the point. So it's $499 for the base version.
Cool. And then $599 for the other one.
Yeah. Once you get more storage and whatnot on there.
Yeah, get one of those. Don't get one of these.
Yeah, I don't know why. $800 and you're trying to cut down on your phone time. You know what else you could spend $800 on? Some events outside, or or D-Brands go touch grass kind of skins.
Yep.
Or whatever. Not
like go buy a gym membership for like a couple months.
There you go. Yeah.
Or,
God, $800. That's like years and then some.
Yeah, probably 2 years. Because what's a gym membership normally? It's like $56 or something a month.
You can get away with I'll say 25 at minimum.
Okay, if you want like all the, I don't know, I've never had one myself, but I know my wife paid for one. I think hers was 35, but I think it was only tanning or something like that.
Oh, if you had that, then yeah, it's more towards the 30s or whatever.
Well, it wasn't only tanning, but I think she had to buy the gym membership plus tanning. But
yeah, it's usually an extra.
Yeah, so go do that. Don't do this. This feels like this feels like a product for those rich people that are like, ugh, I am
the
so
snobs
fed
of
up with
minimalists.
society.
It's like, well, fuck, figure it out.
Just the minimalist like flex. It's like, why? Why?
Let me get my
Look
record
what I have.
player and I'll show you true audio quality. My white walls, my circle chairs.
Fuck off.
As they spin around.
Dude, my room is not minimalist. I was just, holy shit, is this thing packed to the
I was
brim.
watching a video where it was like some dude who does like 3D prints and whatnot, and he's like, there's just always two sides of a coin. You're either a minimalist or
Max.
he called it a hoarder, but it was basically so
That's
everyone
what
in the
my wife
comments
calls
like, no.
it.
He's like, no, you're a collector.
yeah, that's what I tell her.
I'm a collector. It's either one or the other. There's no like in between. So
I collect fine antiquities. Okay.
yeah.
This whole fucking rack. I don't even think you can see it actually. This whole damn rack behind me. Yeah, you can't see it. It's right there. It's got Xbox, GameCube, Xbox, laptop. just projects that I need to finish.
Just stacked.
Yeah, whatever, dude. I'll get to them one day. I've already completed 2 this year, so that's way better than last year.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, so if
Make it leave my screen.
Download the app. Yeah, download the app. Get some willpower. Take control. It is your life. If you need help with getting rid of your phone, you can always send it to me, I guess. But
I know, right? So I will say that I like the clean aesthetic of the simple menu, but I hate the limitations of the device. That's what I will say, actually.
yeah, true. In terms of what it can do. So in terms of Ludwig's phone, was it like a software thing? Like he couldn't even try to download
One
like
moment.
an app or anything? I'm actually kind of curious on that.
I'll show you it because it's
or if that was an app or what.
well, he has a coder, right, that works for him. Same as
True,
Auto.
yeah, he's the same. Yeah, the same dude who makes all the Twitch stuff for him or whatever. Not.
Made truffle.
Yeah, dude's like what in his 20s still. I can't remember how old he
Otto?
is. I know when I. Yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah, dude, he's been working with Ludwig for a minute. Cause he did
Yeah,
like
since he was like 18 or some shit.
yeah, cause he did like the Minecraft mod too.
Yeah.
Right. You just reminded me of that. Here I'm gonna show the interface though. I just need to find it.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's in the very first video. Because he goes, I know I have a pixel here, but just so you know, this is what happened. I think it was. It was at the end of.
Mm.
By the way, their trip through Japan, super cool. Oh, here it is. So, are you on my stream?
Let me pull it up.
He kind of explains it here too, so I'll turn the audio.
One room with
Is it
2
on?
people, yeah.
Okay, we're in the hotel.
So,
Okay, I know it looks bad. This is a smartphone, but it's not cheating, and I can explain. I had auto rig.
just camera and Spotify. That's actually all I had. So all he could do was
Oh,
camera or
shit.
Spotify. And that's a whole
A
that's
Google
brand new
Pixel to only have the camera function
Yeah.
and Spotify. Anyway, back to the video.
We got all our stuff.
That's a whole ass
It's-
pixel.
You're saying Otto made that for him?
Yeah, auto customized the firmware. And what he probably did was he probably went in, took like base Android and just turned a bunch of shit, you know, because it's very, very open like that.
Yeah,
Pretty cool though, huh?
that's pretty dope. Make
Yeah,
it
he-
however you want.
did-
Minimalist. That'd be interesting to have a manufacturer come out with. Granted, an app
Okay.
could do this again. That's the hard part. They don't have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
But if they really were worried about the whole, because they have the digital screen counter or well-being, whatever they want to call it. It'd be interesting if they let you do that though, like toggle what you want to see on your home screen or lock screen, and then like make it your own, however you want to. So
Yeah, that way you could like put things in slots that you want. Yeah, with the
Yeah.
Lud with the buzz cut is crazy. He actually was bald like 2 weeks ago.
did he lose a bet or did he just do it?
He called it Promised Week, and it was one of the promises he made like 2 years ago was to go bald. So he finally did it, and
Oh, interesting.
fuck, dude, it was so funny. It was so funny to watch that stream. Oh man, I died laughing. But yeah,
Let
this
it
phone
happen.
sucks. Let's spin that wheel.
Get it out of here. Even on sale, I wouldn't get it.
No.
Get the app before. Oh,
There-
perfect. I gotta
What is
remember.
that?
I gotta remember how to do this. Obviously, I'm not gonna show it on screen or whatever, not. But
All Great Sports. Is this Ben? I was looking for your. If this is Ben, I was looking for your channel not too long ago. Couldn't
yeah, I thought
remember
he
what it was
switched the
called.
name or something.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what it was called.
Unless he switched back. But what else we got?
Oh, he's got like 3 channels. Are you popping off?
Oh,
Take a look real quick.
popping.
All Great Sports. What's OK Boomer, by the way?
So in Gmail, they actually made it so you could like instantly unsubscribe to a bunch of your
Holy
shit.
All Great Sports, dude? You got a video with 77,000 views.
Popping.
Yeah, that's YouTube Shorts for you. Hey, congrats,
Oh,
man.
I'm just. It's been a hot minute, but there's a way that you could literally just unsubscribe for all your emails that you don't want to get anymore, straight
do you-
from a certain
How do you do that?
certain spot. Let me try to find it. I swear it was in the little sandwich bar menu.
Let me take a look. It's in your Gmail?
Yeah, at least on the mobile version. Let me see if I can find it.
Let me get on my burner. Wait. Okay, so I'm in
'Cause
my
I know
Gmail.
there's the links, or not the links, but when you click on the email, typically you can unsubscribe. But there was a way to.
Hey, what up, Dreamer Gamer?
Uh,
Jesus Christ, dude.
Look for no.
You just like long pressed on something?
I swear it was on the side. God damn it. Where's it at?
Hey, you're back. Dank dub.
Damn,
Is
I don't
this
want
al-
to spend too much time on it.
Is this
per se,
also
but
Ben? Dank dub? 720? I think this is the channel I
But
knew.
there was a way to do it on the sidebar. I have no idea right now.
Yeah, you're talking
where the
about, like,
hell I
under
could do it
the-
from.
You're talking about the like menu, right? Where it says primary promotions and all that jazz?
Yeah. Inbox, importance, news, all that
So
stuff.
I think I had this on my work phone. Oh yeah, dude. My week's been just been dealing with a rainy day and cold weather. Yeah, it's actually super sunny here, but my week's been shit.
And I could have sworn it was literally a button that was like unsubscribe or some shit.
I feel like my work email had that. I do like Gemini being in my inbox now, though.
Oh, does she actually help?
Yeah, summarizes my shit.
Yeah, I'd have to go through it. But there's a, let's see.
Yep, your burner.
To this. Oh, wait. The easy way. There we go.
Did I put... What the fuck? You didn't show up as a channel.
Head in the Gmail app. Look through your find. No, damn, it was even more impressive than the typical open the email and hit unsubscribe.
I guess we can Google it or YouTube it.
That's what I'm trying to right now, and it's not pulling up. Even 9 to 5 Google in a sense.
Oh yeah, this video's from 5 years ago. How to unsubscribe all emails in Gmail free. Oh, it's 4 months ago though. There's no way this is the correct video.
No, the hard part is I saw it on my like little Google News feed kind of shit, just scrolling on the phone one of these days.
Oh, did you guys deal with like a
A hurricane or? And last
But,
night some parts
Yeah, we
of
didn't need to
my town had
dwell
very
on it
fast
too
winds,
long.
and there was some damage in that part of town. Oh shit, I'm sorry. I hope everybody's okay.
If I find it, I can
Yeah, let's spin
figure it
that
out and
bitch.
report back. But
Let's spin that bit.
because it was dope. All right. Did I get rid of it? I did get rid of it. Nice.
Oh, the Nissan fucking Leaf.
All right. Xbox's new game hub.
Is this
Or at
the
least
tweet?
testing one out, I should say. Yeah. Tweet/video.
This year in Texas, you've been dealing with lots of winds. I'm sorry to hear that.
Are the
Is
winds
it-
pretty big? Supposedly everything's bigger in Texas, so.
It's a giant.
Oh shit, that's loud.
But no, this is supposedly the look at new game hub for Xbox, which, dude, I think within the next,
Let's mute it.
I don't know, year and a half, they're just going to go, this is going to be all handheld. It's going to be like, in a sense, the Android, where it just forms to whatever device you're going to be using, honestly.
It doesn't look very different.
No, because, again, a lot of things are already, in a sense, a box kind of shape anyway. Well, one of the complaints that they were saying is when you click on something, you have to then click play on it. So it's like this double tap kind of scenario where, like, if I click on the game per se, I should just be able to, play it right off the rip. And then if I wanted this extra information, then maybe
Okay.
just have that be in an option button or something. But
So what you're saying is like, so for example, this, I believe Sensu's, they click Sensu,
yeah,
but it doesn't automatically play. That's what you're saying?
yeah, because it instantly
That's-
takes you to more of a information of the game instead of just a play kind of thing.
Bro, that's such a console fucking gamer gripe. Look, Steam, I
Oh,
click
a
on
double-
7 Days to Die. It doesn't load the game. I gotta push play after
No.
that. Fucking
Yeah.
pull your head out of your ass, you console fucks. I'm so fucking that was brutal. I apologize. I don't really mean that. But that is
Well,
that
it's just
is-
funny when it's a double tap of A, honestly.
Yeah.
It's just like click, click. All right, we're
And
playing now. Like,
I
okay.
I used to get a little irritated with that, but I have learned to like the information that I get on that next screen. Because I'm like, oh,
Well, that and it's
that's
not
actually handy.
buried at least too.
Mhm.
It's just right there for you.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't have a complaint with this. Friends who played last, your captures from it, your stats on it. Another stat would be kind of cool is,
Playtime.
they do it on the Well, there's playtime on here, time played, but how long to beat? I know they have how
Oh,
long
yeah.
to beat, at least on the PC version in a sense.
That would be hype.
So it's like, oh, how much time do
Oh,
I need
there's
to
the playtime. I see it.
dive into this game if I really want to? That's a hard part for me, at least. RPGs or whatever, not survival games ish, whatever. It's like, how long does the main story take? Do I really want to put in that time?
It's only a matter of time before they. Well, actually, it probably already is to an extent, but it's not like visible yet. But until they like fully implement like something like Copilot, and that like helps you and assists you to beat certain sections of the game, and then they'll be like,
They were talking about it.
yeah, I assume we'll be able to give you an estimate about how long it will take to beat the game based off other. I don't know if you heard that last part.
Yeah, no, which is funny because having Copilot in there would suck because not only people don't, I don't know, maybe they want that, maybe they don't, but you literally lost Cortana, which could have at least had the name and the gaming
Implication or like
implication.
gaming
Like,
attached
use this,
to it.
it's
Yeah.
Cortana, like come on, dude.
You're thinking about getting
Or
a
at least
Steam
I
Deck
don't know.
in the near future.
For me, at least Clippy.
But you want to see what the Xbox handheld console looks like?
We can. Do we want to dive? It's fresh. Let's dive in on that. I don't give a shit.
Is there new news? I actually haven't seen it.
There is not, but with the world being the world and shit going up in price, man, oh man, how much do we
tariffs?
think that's gonna be? Yeah.
The Xbox console? Oh boy.
If
okay.
they make, do we think they're gonna make their own or just license out Xbox versions of previous ones, or I guess do both?
Okay. This is a tough one because I think Xbox is tired of losing money. I think Microsoft is
money?
tired of losing money actually on hardware. They are losing money on hardware left and right.
Sure.
So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think what they will try to do is try to sell their OS to people like Asus that are already making a fairly successful handheld. They won't be able to sell it to Steam, obviously. And I don't know how well the Legion is doing. The Legion Go.
The Steam version, I think I didn't see what it was, but I think it got a little bit of a price increase for the Steam version.
So I think that what they are going to try to do, maybe they'll release one handheld, but I think their ultimate goal would to be to package an OS to then be released on those handhelds.
Play wherever, but I guess the same hardware kind of scenario.
That way, they're not losing the money on the hardware. They're gaining the sales because now they're integrated into the Xbox ecosystem, and they're going to be buying from the Microsoft store. They're going to get Game Pass, so it's kind of a win-win for them, really. And I'm sure they get a licensing fee too for like using their.
You
know what I mean?
Googlefy the crap out of the software, and then whether people enjoy a certain preference of a hardware if we're using that software version of it versus that's gonna be hard. I feel like that's their almost like that true competition there. You buying
because currently
I guess their shtick could be you could play both because at least with I can't remember with the Steam OS version of these handhelds. Is it Steam OS and that's it?
So well, I mean, I can like I told you, I it's a Linux based software, so I can download other shit. I think I showed you that too. I went to desktop and then you can download whatever you want. I downloaded Discord and Google Chrome on it and stuff like that. But they're already like, I don't know that they're gonna like write Xbox for the handheld. because they already have Windows handhelds. I think they're just going to perfect Windows a little bit more, slap a fucking UI on it, and then call it Xbox. Does that make sense?
So I'm thinking too.
I think they're going to smooth it out a little bit more on the handhelds because it's kind of shit. It's not like great, but it's not like bad either. You know, does that make sense? I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. One moment.
Yeah, because these handhelds are about to get fucking expensive. Hell, PS5, what do we got? PS5 Pro, that's probably going to go up. So good luck getting that if you don't have one already. I guess any tech in general, better get comfy with what you got for the most part. I don't think Microsoft will ever get back to their Prime days. I don't think so either.
You would like to see personally Steam integrate with the Xbox? Well, do you have that link for that? Steam being shown on.
I could pull it up.
Steam being shown on the Xbox.
Whoops! It was an accident, guys. It's not happening.
You're about to see it.
Even though fucking it was on their. And let me just open this up.
You need to just send me the files for the names that you got down there. I want those.
Oh, they're like teched out and that
Yeah,
color.
the colors. Those are dope. If you
All right, it might be hard to see on stream per se, but
Steam.
you gotta believe me. There's a little icon here. Recently added, installed, owned, Game Pass. Oh shit! What is that next to it? Steam.
And then I think it was 2 weeks ago we had the debate on whether this was going to allow all Steam games or just the Steam games that are already on Xbox that are compatible. Basically.
Oh, like co-shared.
Yeah.
I think it allows all.
I think that's
because
right.
then Steam still gets their percentage. If you're writing in these terms of contracts, like, oh, we get, even if it's bought through an Xbox, we get the 30 or whatever percent it is, dude, they're just gonna open the floodgates.
You know, that could make sense because an Xbox basically is a PC. I'm curious. So, for example, Schedule 1 is not on the Xbox, but I own it on Steam. Is it just gonna work on my Xbox now? You know what I mean?
Oh, that kind of competitive.
Or
like
repo,
kind of
or
thing.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Because like I own those games on Steam. So is it just going to be the games that are already on the Xbox? For example, Halo or there's a bunch, but 7 Days to Die, that kind of thing. Are those those going to be the only ones that work, or is it going to be everything? So that's like fine details.
I think it would take time, maybe just because it's two different platforms.
Well, that comes to developer too, because the developer's got to be like, okay, we got to code this in. This is a thing.
Exactly. So they would say that it could, but it's more of a, like you said, it's a developer thing.
Pretty
So
cool
it's
though.
on game basis.
Super cool.
And also
So
that
if-
leads us to those last couple weeks. We did talk about that at that point. If Steam's allowed to play on Xbox, and if they're going to play ball like this, that means Xbox players can play PlayStation games finally, and then it's over with. So
I will say that if this does happen and Xbox does make a handheld, you get the Xbox handheld. 100%. You get the Xbox handheld because then you have the best of every world. You have Game Pass, you have the Steam sales, you have it all. You just get the Xbox handheld, which is
that's what I'm thinking.
huge W for both, honestly.
And as much as I think we would be aware of how to make the Steam Deck or Steam OS version, like you said, it's not too hard to download, or make it do Game Pass or Epic Game Store or whatever. Not. But if Xbox/Microsoft can find a way, I think it's not about really who wins per se, but whoever makes it the most like simple, kind of wins out there a little bit.
Smoother, the
Just
more eye appealing to like the general consumer.
Like don't make me have to look up a YouTube video to how to on the back end be able to download a launcher or whatever. Not like you kind of almost have to iPhone it a little bit where just keep it simple.
So
if someone can just pick it up on the shelf and figure it out themselves, then I think you're golden.
Yep. That is the way to win the consumer, the basic consumer at least. So you would like to see an Xbox app on the Steam Deck. Okay. Likeliness of that, I think that's a 50-50. Depending on the deal that Xbox is... So I don't really think Xbox is trying to get a deal out of this, because I don't see much that they gain other than player favor in this situation. Because you having Steam can persuade you not to get Game Pass just due to the Steam sales. So I don't actually know what they're going to gain from having Steam on the Xbox, but I don't think Steam gains anything by having an Xbox app. I think that actually just hurts Steam.
I'm also curious too. When they mention having an Xbox app, are they talking about? I'm assuming they are. That's an assumption though.
Game Pass.
Are they talking about Game Pass, or are they talking
Probably.
about the Xbox Marketplace? Because I don't know if I've ever met someone that just talks about Xbox nowadays in terms of the whole marketplace. It's usually just Game Pass.
I would assume Game Pass, but I just don't see what Steam would gain from that. Steam's already got player favor, even though they're not like the best company. Honestly, when you look into them a bit, they're really like the times that they do good, it's because they're stuck in some shady situations.
Well, and they're the reason why Epic exists.
Yeah,
Honestly, in terms of their storefront, because the whole
yeah,
competition.
Yep. That being said,
30%.
I love Steam. I just don't see what they would gain by having Xbox.
I just love where I can get it like cheap, if that makes sense, for a game.
Ben says, I like the idea of them just scrapping the new Xbox and making a universal software OS that would work for Game Pass, PC, handhelds, etc. Great points, and just keep the Series X. So, yeah, that's a great idea. I don't think that they would keep the Series X. I mean, obviously they would get rid of it. I just don't think they would keep making it. I think it would essentially be. I believe Tech brought it up last week about like having a not last week but the week before, about having like a Steam box. It would just turn into a Steam box that almost any manufacturer could go out and make. But that we run into issues with that because the reason that Steam box failed was because any manufacturer could make it. So like people were buying Steam box expecting Steam box quality, but getting like a Chromebook. So
Well, yeah, and weren't they like $800?
Yeah.
Which is the cheap side, I guess.
Yeah. And then like the really expensive ones were like 1,500, almost 2K.
Mm-hmm. Which I've been kind of curious because I've started seeing
idea.
even.
You could build your own.
You can have a cool idea, but doesn't mean the tech is there though yet.
No. Well, I mean, okay.
And a lot of tech companies hit that.
I
shit,
built an
feel
Xbox.
Like. Well, yeah, the tech allowed that shit. I don't know about back in the day in a sense, but.
Oh no! Oh, you mean back then? Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah. I'm saying a lot of these companies have these ideas that are grandiose, and it's just like, but the logistics of this just aren't there yet, though.
Microsoft's in a very interesting situation. I'm surprised this topic went on this long, but Microsoft's in a very interesting situation because they have all these studios. They have the means for success. I just don't know. They're just not taking the avenue of hardware success. They're taking the avenue of software success, whereas Sony's trying to do it all. And I think Microsoft just wants they want to get their games as many places as possible to get as much revenue as possible. Whereas Sony wants you to buy into their ecosystem and be in their ecosystem, and that's it. Well, not that's it, but like they don't want them to go anywhere else.
Well, Xbox is playing the Android route and PlayStation's playing the Apple route.
Yeah, that's a much more simpler way to put it. Yeah.
Because honestly, it took a while to try to bend Sony to be like, put your shit on the PC, even if it's 2 years later, do it.
Bro,
like,
it took so long.
Finally.
I'll never buy a PlayStation again though now. So I thank God that they do that now.
Well, that's the thing though, because now that I think they know that would happen in a sense where it's like now you lost some people because now
I'm gonna stop talking.
They have patience.
I'm gonna stop putting it in the universe.
But it's just like, because honestly, at least for me, I feel like I'd have to ask maybe some other people in general, people that
I got a Series X too.
And this and that. It's just like, what? Okay, we talk about, oh yeah, they're losing hardware sales and this and that. What would make you buy a next Xbox like hardware machine? Basically, I honestly can't think of anything. Comparing it to a PC, I guess. So
yeah. So, it's tough too because like an Xbox So if you were to take so if you were to take the exact spec of an Xbox and build a PC of it, the Xbox will win in like a performance off. Due to its optimization for like what it's doing, and a PC is optimized to do kind of everything. You know, it was if you built it, it's not quite optimized until you do. You know what I mean? You gotta do some steps to get it optimized, but it would win. But that PC can also surf the web. It can also play VR. It can also look at porn. It can also be on Steam. So it's like, you know, I don't know. It's
Jack
tough.
of all trades.
Yeah, so it's like the Xbox is almost pointless now because you get all Xbox games on the PC. I haven't turned mine on in months. I'm
That is
gonna
true.
lie.
Yeah. Everything I can do it with this kind of thing. Yeah, that's a good point.
I haven't turned on
Which
my
I guess
Xbox
why
in-
handhelds are taking off and having their moment, I feel like, because now they're to a point with technology-wise where it's like, yeah, but you can't really take it with you. And honestly, I don't know. Don't give me the whole laptop scenario because typically most of those gaming laptops need to be plugged in anyway. I feel like so. I feel like
Dude.
handhelds kind of have their niche now, and
Yeah.
in terms of portability,
Nothing
that's
else
their
can do
selling
it.
point. Obviously,
Mhm.
yeah, nothing. I can't, I can't take this desktop and be like, all right, let's pack it up and go. Like, no,
Like,
a handheld can do that for you, but
The handhelds will lose when your phone can keep up. Your phone can't quite keep up. It's almost there, but it can't quite keep up.
okay, at that point too, that's when foldables finally take off. I feel like then.
Yep, probably. Because then you have a
If they can
gaming
last that long.
foldable fucking... Dude, don't even get me started on gaming laptops, by the way. They're such piles of shit. Oh my god.
I know. I don't know. For me, I'm just like, why spend that money when you can spend it on a desktop?
RTX
But,
4070 gaming laptop. You're getting 3060 fucking performance. This is horse shit. I hate gaming
I don't know.
laptops. I have one. I have two, but I hate them. They're so loud too. What Series X do you got? I got the Halo Edition Series X. Good games is all we need, no matter what the platform. I agree.
See,
Good games is all we need.
You're not. Damn.
What?
They could almost lean into that a little bit more. They don't make themed PCs, if that makes sense. Unless you do it yourself, but.
Well, I don't know. I could find some pretty cool themed PCs right now.
Did you
Dude,
find
there's
a
like
Halo edition?
actually no. I've looked. But there's like it's cases, you know, because you
I know.
so
Yeah.
you got like
It's stickers.
well, no, the Demon Slayer PC case is sick. I wanted to get it for my wife. It's this Nezuko case. It's got like the whole like thing that she keeps in her mouth, and it's all her colors, and it's got the symbol inside. And then there's like a cyberpunk one, and then there's a lot of Gundam ones.
How much are the cases alone?
That last case was 100 and no 200. Whoa, 420. 249 on
Damn.
eBay though. There's some really cool
Okay.
PC cases, but you are correct. That is something that they could do more of. Because normally it's coming
Just to
from like
get that
a,
incentivized.
normally it's coming from like a company.
Yeah,
So,
D-brand, whatever not.
Starforge, they released like they have like themed PCs, but they're not like okay, they have like a Kaiju number 8 PC, which is super sick, but you're gonna spend fucking $2,500. You're right
Mm.
though. That is something they could lean into a bit more.
But they don't have much that they have in their grasp still. But either way,
Let's
I
spin
don't know,
that
PC
wheel
Master Race.
forever.
Recently, I watched all of the videos of PC Master Race. They were so funny. Oh my god. Do you know what I'm talking about? The Xbox versus PlayStation and the PC Master Race comes in.
I haven't seen it. No.
I'll have to send those to you. They're hilarious.
All right.
The
All right.
printer that can do it all. This thing's sick.
Yeah, did they say how much it is? $1,900, which for what it can do, I don't.
You're
to
right.
me, in my head, that doesn't seem too bad.
Are you talking about one moment? Are you talking about because the original Xbox was black with a green emblem, or what the hell am I typing in? Are you talking about the?
Depending on which one.
Yeah, are you talking about the Halo edition?
There was a Mountain Dew edition.
Yeah, there was. It was like deep green too, wasn't it?
I don't know about deep. It was like like neon Mountain Dew status. I want to say those were like $500 on eBay, if not more.
So are you talking about like the Halo edition? Or are you talking about like the green emblem in the middle? Or yeah, I'm gonna look up the Mountain Dew one real quick.
I want to say that's like neon green.
Oh yeah,
That
it
was pretty
was.
sick.
It was like neon green. Oh, that's kind of like the color of the emblem, but just everywhere. Kind of sick.
Just plastic dip it.
Yeah, fuck it, spray paint it.
Yeah.
All right, what's our next
Glow in the
topic?
dark, baby.
The Bamboo
The
Labs printer.
bamboo.
This thing's
Yeah,
sick.
so it can laser cut, use a pen, so you can, I don't know, sign shit, do whatever.
It's like
Cricut
a
stuff.
yeah, it's like a
like-
Cricut Plus printer.
Dude, shit's wild. Stuff you
So-
can make. Let's see. Do they show off? Like, yeah, you can. Hell, they made this little helmet, all this other stuff.
I'm so glad because at the beginning of the year in January, was going to buy my 3D printer. I was going to buy a Bamboo Labs printer, but then I
The
had,
A1 or whatever it's called.
I think it's the X1 Carbon, and then I had,
Okay.
I was reading on it, and then I saw that there are some rumors that they're going to release a printer that can print at a larger build volume. And I was like, okay, I want to wait. I want to see if that comes. I waited, and then I literally was going to pull the trigger on the new Creality printer that they dropped not too long
yeah.
ago. And then I don't know why I didn't, but I ended up not buying it. And I'm glad I didn't because I really, really want a Bamboo Labs printer for the quality. So I am excited because this will probably be the printer that I get.
From what I've seen, these guys have been touted as like,
They are the
which
best.
I actually don't find it the best, but the Apple of printers, which I think is fine because they're not, I don't know, in terms of like locked down in a sense as Apple per se
Yeah,
in those
they're-
regards.
Jackass us.
But I like this one just because, again, if it does laser and
Mm-hmm.
Cricut kind of style cuts and all this other stuff, whatever you want to make, the modular heads, that's dope.
That's sick. That's so cool. We have a Cricut, so I don't really need any of that like ability, but to have
Yeah.
it is sick. It's so
To
sick.
have it all in one.
Yes. And then I think the build volume's pretty fucking big too, is it not? It just said it too. It's like
Let's
350
see.
by. Yeah. Oh wait.
Yeah, let's see. 40-watt laser. Yeah, depending on, it could creep up in price too. That's anywhere from 1900
Yeah.
to 3500.
35 by 30 or 35 by or 350 by 320 by 325. You can print things twice as large as the original X1 and P1. So fuck yes, give it to me. You can print a whole
there's that.
helmet.
It looks
You
like-
can print a whole
yeah.
Iron Man helmet.
Oh, true. All the cosplay helmet shit. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. A whole
Helmets
Master
would be
Chief
dope.
helmet.
That would be sick. Coasters would be easy, dude. I just feel like this is like if someone has like an Etsy shop, basically, just make your
This is your go-to.
workload your workload that much easier.
They release a price for it. Holy
Yeah, 19 to start.
Yeah, I mean, but I had planned on
So-
spending 15 on the other one anyway. So like,
So, honestly, it's out now, which means, well, goddamn. See, that's the hard part nowadays. Is if it's out now, you give it a few months, and what we typically say is by November, whatever. Not you see your sales, whatever else other shit. But
these
No,
won't
no,
really go on
with-
my sale.
no, but I'm just saying, even with tariffs now and everything like that, are we just expecting shit to go up? Like, goddamn.
So, man, I'm not sure. Because yeah, so many of like dude, the one tariff. All right, we're just gonna go off a little bit. What do you think is the worst tariff for us?
Well,
Out of
I'm not
all-
sure.
out
Just
Out
I
of
think
all
it's
the
even too
countries,
early to say.
He did all the countries. For us tech nerds, which one's the
He
worst?
did everyone, but if I I could be
Well,
wrong on
Russia's
this,
got
but
sanctions, so but they're already fucked
Yeah.
because they have sanctions, so we can't buy from them anyway. But what?
Dude, everything, I guarantee if you were to pull up a pie chart, everything comes from China.
Dude, no, the worst one for us tech nerds was the one in Taiwan. The
Taiwan? Okay.
superconductors on all the GPUs, on all of our motherboards, on all of our phones, everything electronic, all the chips they make. That is the hardest one on us as tech nerds.
Nice. Like I said, better
And
get
it's
comfy with what you got.
42%. Oh, man.
For
It's
now.
so
For
rough.
now. We're playing this freaking game of who blinks first.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
that's
man.
the roughest one for us tech nerds. The China
Black
one.
Friday is going to be opposite. Everything is going to go up in November.
Oh fuck. Oh, we're so fucked.
Oh, man.
stop
It's a cool device nonetheless, though. I will say that.
Yeah, the printer.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
having something that you'd be like, oh, I want to create something. Do I want to
wonder
laser
where
it
it's
on
made.
my Stanley, or do I want to, laser on a coaster, or this, and that? Like, it's whatever you want. And I've also dabbled in there because Bamboo has their own app, which you could like send your own prints to, or print other people's stuff that they've created.
Fuck, they're made in
And
China.
It's pretty sick. All right,
62%.
go figure. Go figure.
Damn. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, but yep, that was last week, and yeah, what do we got? $1,900 to start her off.
Yeah, I like the
that's an
printer.
expensive one, but I had figured that one would last anyone quite a while. Does whatever you want it to, honestly. So
If you had the money to build concrete homes are built with a 3D printer. Yeah, I've seen that. Those videos on YouTube.
oh, those are
Of the
dope.
big ass
those
print
are-
head going along, making the walls. Super sick. Super sick.
You know what the nice part about
Ooh, excuse me. Oh,
that piece is, whether it be like 3D printing homes or anything like that, is I guess at least consistency.
it'll be the same. Well, okay. Whew. As long as it's monitored, because, under
Yeah, yeah.
extrusion or over extrusion. But generally,
Spaghetti concrete.
Yeah. It starts spewing out the side. It breaks the layer and just starts shooting out.
Just especially with that concrete, you're just like, fuck, it's everywhere. Just
But,
someone sneezed and it just blocked a sensor, and it's just like freaking out. Oh man.
I like 3D printers, though. They're fun. It looks like
They're
I'm going to
dope.
have to fuck with mine for.
Gotta get used to what you got.
I have 3 of them, so. Cool. Bamboo's to go.
I'll need to look
wonder what
some stuff
Creality's
up if
gonna
I ever
release
want
to
something
keep up.
printed. Yeah, because are those the 2 top dogs?
Creality is no. Okay. Technically, the other top dog is Prusa. They're like the other really expensive printer, but
Yeah.
I think Prusas are even more expensive than Bamboo. Creality's it's like the printer you have at home. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
Rather than, I want to go get that
Plug and
ice
play?
cream. We have ice cream at home though. That kind of thing.
Okay.
Like, sure, the ice cream at the store will be a little better, but the ice cream at home is almost just as good.
We'll do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Said no one ever, but
Yeah.
that's good. All right. This will be quick too. Nissan Leaf. Literally, the only thing I want to say about this thing is that when it comes to not even EVs, when it comes to any car, dude, I'm sorry, but looks matter. So,
Do you
the
not
fact
like
that
the
this
look?
is back in it. No, I actually prefer it compared to whatever the previous 2 generations were.
I think it looks way better than the Cybertruck.
Oh yeah. But even like this little silhouette of their other remaining stuff that they're gonna have, it's like, dude, designer wise, like props to you guys, good job. I'm just so curious who comes up with these first, like, whether it be
Fuck, that's way too.
the Prius looks way better now than when it did, and that I feel like that almost took them too long to even figure that out.
I would agree, especially
We're like
being
3-4 generations or
Yeah.
whatever in the Prius, and finally looks decent.
especially being Toyota. They actually make some pretty good looking cars.
Yeah, I'm just like, guys, at what point do your designers like take a break and you're like, all right, let's try someone else's design?
So I don't
So-
know much about this. I'm assuming the Nissan Leaf was discontinued for a while.
It's been hit or miss. These guys in like the Chevy Bolt for the most part.
Oh, the Volt or the Bolt? Is it Bolt or
The
Volt?
Bolt. I think it's Bolt.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. I'm curious. Does it come with? Because every other EV has the NAX port now.
Is that a? Oh yeah, this does have an integrated NAX port.
Okay. So at least they're on board with that. So I'm completely fine with that because a lot of people are going to be okay with.
Is
I don't
that
know how
the-
many miles it has.
Is that the Tesla port?
Yeah.
That's good.
I don't. Oh, there we go.
Tesla's superchargers
Oh,
are arguably
Current
superior.
Leaf sits in range, getting a max of 212. So this again will be seems to be just a city driver, which I think some people are okay having the I don't know 2 cars in a sense, one for a road trip and one for
Mhm.
city, which is interesting.
Those
So,
guys are
I
made
don't
of
know.
money.
I was to say if I
I
have
ain't
a
got
car,
money
I
like
want
that.
to do both, but
Yeah, I ain't got money like that. We have
So,
one car.
either
It's
way-
totaled now.
yeah, either way it looks better, and we'll discuss that later offline because I'm curious now. But yeah. Other than that, I think it looks fine.
So
Nissan's lineup looks decent. You just
I-
gotta have the range to go with it.
I've talked to my wife about electric cars several times, and we've set the standard of when we would actually get an electric car.
Pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Well, no, I'm curious what your answer is.
'Kay.
So when would you get an electric car? Like what's
When
what's holding
the-
you back?
Oh, okay. First off, are we talking? Well, I guess money, honestly.
Okay, let's
Um,
say you have the money right now and you were going to buy a new
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
Like we're
What would I
gonna
pull
have
the
the money
trigger on?
here shortly.
Yeah. Okay. Can you charge it? That's not inconvenient. So, for an example, at my apartment place right now, they have 4 or 5 chargers down there.
Oh,
So,
lucky.
Yeah, so that makes it nice. Whatever, you could plug it in, and you wouldn't have to then technically plug it in every night, kind of thing, depending on that. Because honestly, with any new vehicle, and I guess we're familiar with this part of it, any new piece of tech, honestly, at this point, just because it might say it could do something or it has one feature that you're like, oh, I'm really excited about it, blah blah blah. But if the other things are just fucking just annoying the shit out of you, it's not worth it in the end. So my biggest thing with an EV would be if you have to purposely go out of your way, whether it be even a Tesla supercharger or I don't know if your work has chargers by chance and charge it there,
Yep.
which would be kind of nice. If you have to go out of your way that extra 30 minutes every 2-3 days, that to me would get annoying.
So you actually hit the nail on the fucking head. That is the whole reason we are not getting one is because we can't charge it at home. The moment we get one, we'll be able to charge it at home. And then that's
because honestly, the whole gripe of you save on gas and oil changes and this and that
don't
but
matter to
dude,
me.
I'm sorry, but
Convenience.
this whole food, anything else, like, dude, convenience has a price.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
The only problem with electric vehicles is how much of a burden it would be on the power grid. Yes, actually you are correct. With our current power grid, it would be very hard if everybody had an electric car. But if I were to go get an electric car, it wouldn't be a huge burden on the power grid. Now, if me
No,
and
and I-
everybody in the
yeah.
city got one, it would be a great burden.
If you flipped it, literally, I guess whatever, pun intended, whatever not. If you flipped the switch and everyone had EVs just like that,
Yeah.
yes.
That
But
would be
in
that would
terms
be
of the-
detrimental.
In terms
actually,
of the rollout, I think you're okay, depending
Yeah.
on states, obviously. But
let's say like
um,
50 people in your city get one every year. Yeah, you'll be more than fine.
yeah,
And
it'll be
that's
good.
actually pretty gracious. And generally, that's not what's happening, unless you live in a big
Yeah, and
city,
hon-
I guess.
And honestly, at that point too, because I guess charging would be the first one, so you don't really have to go too deep into the weeds of even considering one. Honestly, at that point, I would almost then consider, because you get convenience of still
hybrid?
filling up at the pump. But yes, a hybrid. I would. I at that point, I'd be like, all right, how convenient can I get? What kind of MPG can I get? That's that's within my budget.
Yeah.
This and that, and
We've
I don't
looked-
know. I'm just not a fan of these
We've-
big old fucking boats on the road when it's like just one person that's typically driving these things. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. It's difficult. When we can have a house and have a charger at our house is when we get an electric car because we're all for electric cars. It's just at our apartments we don't have a single plug-in for it, so we wouldn't even be able to plug it in here. You know what I mean? No outside plugins.
I'm
on our
surprised work
apartments at all.
doesn't have one.
Mine?
Yeah,
We grow fucking weed, bro.
I know, but it's called incentives.
That is true. Yeah.
When I think of don't take this in offense, but when I think of weed, I might think of like hippie status in a sense, which then
Progressive.
lines with EVs
Yeah.
in a weird way.
And like
You know?
progressiveness too, because it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's like future, like
Push
yeah.
forward. Yeah.
That
So it's kind of weird that they don't have one,
you know, I think they would consider it if I brought it up,
or just like, why don't you? I don't know.
but it might be like a thing of like costing money. Maybe it costs money to the company. I don't know.
I would assume
Or maybe
so.
you can
Power.
reach
Well,
out to a company and have them like install their chargers there. I don't know.
Didn't you say at one point? God, this was maybe a few months back. They were trying to save money with some lights being shut off.
Oh yeah, we still do that.
Yeah. So there's no way that they would go for it.
Yeah,
They're
we
like,
get
you want us to have a charging cable and we can't even turn fucking lights on? No.
we get a huge oh yeah. We can't even power our fucking grow rooms and you want to charge your car? What the fuck?
Yeah.
The
no.
oh, what's it called?
Unless they got a government incentive, that's the only thing I could see that happening. But
Well, with the turning the lights off, we get an incentive from the city, the electric grid.
okay.
They
Gotcha.
like cut our electric bill in half or whatever, or not half, but they give us like X amount of money. Our electric bill is
Yeah.
fucking outrageously high. It's like
Oh yeah.
it's a couple $100,000 like a month. Yeah, it's insane. But yeah, so they give us like 10 grand or something like that every time we do it.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. So anything to incentivize that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, EVs are cool. There's some coming out within the next few years that are fucking dope.
You know what I
But,
don't get?
Yeah, if you can't plug it in or fuel up any car, what's the point of it? Gas or electric, honestly.
You know what I don't get is the people that absolutely hate EVs. They don't make the same noise. They're not a car. I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? What are you talking about? It gets you from A to B. So what if it doesn't sound like it has an engine under there?
It needs a Hemi, boy. It needs a Hemi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
I
don't
don't know.
smell
I'm not-
like
yeah,
a
It's hard.
car.
I need to be a grease monkey. Like
Shut up. Shut
I
up.
don't know. For me, yeah, I'm not. I don't know.
My
It's
Tesla's
cool for the
faster
tech
than
piece
your
of it.
fucking Civic. I can tell you that.
Well, it's not even that too, because there's two things. Next time to go buy a car, my two questions will be, what's the safety of this thing? Second will be, what's the software updates look like? Are you
Oh, yeah.
updating these ever so often? Like it'll
Yeah.
literally be like I'm in Best Buy, like buying a car for the most part. So it'll be interesting that way. Be like,
Oh,
what's your
it's
software
supported for-
stuff? What's this is
Supported for 7 years now. We
Yeah, exactly,
We're,
yeah.
we're following the iPhone model.
Yeah,
Oh
it'll
my
just be
God.
interesting shit like that. So it'd be like,
That will be interesting.
grandmas will be like, hey, can you come help me buy a car? Because now it's more like a cell phone more than a dealership in a sense. So
So is your Tesla eventually just outdated and it won't get updated? You know what I mean? Like when did he
Yes.
release the first Tesla?
Yes.
2016.
2012 for the Model S.
So
But
do
yes,
those not get
they're
software
based
updates
off
anymore?
What's called correct. I believe so. I
Wow.
don't even think they get like security. You just have to pay attention to what at least for Tesla, what hardware version they're on.
Is there like a trade-in
'Cause they're-
bonus?
I don't know about a bonus per se.
Because I
that's the
assume
hard
that
part.
a lot of the parts are still like usable, like the electric motors and stuff. They could probably put those in a newer one. Or,
Oh
like,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
I know with hardware 3, they did. Some people were able to get like the motherboard upgraded to hardware 4, that kind of stuff. But if you can't, I don't think you're able to, let's say, take the very first hardware 1 and go into the service shop and be like, hey, can I get hardware 4? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that's just a swap like that.
Yeah,
There's not
'cause
a
Probably not everything's compatible.
yeah.
Damn.
Well, cameras and tech and whatever not. That's the hard part. And Tesla doesn't have like year over year models like these typical manufacturers do.
Yeah.
It's like as soon as something's new, we're just gonna put it in there.
Yeah, it's like I think they release something like what every 3 years or something like that.
Something new, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like a vehicle per
Tesla's-
se, but something within the
Man.
vehicle.
As much as like their founder's kind of weird, Tesla is kind of the goat.
They are, but it's kind of funny because I think about this quite a bit nowadays.
You know, he's actually not
where-
even the founder. Now, I just learned that recently. He didn't start Tesla. He bought Tesla.
No.
But he
Yep,
bought
yep.
Tesla with
Bought it
like
from, like,
5
two dudes or
employees or
whatever.
something. Like,
Yep.
it wasn't even like an electric car company at the time either. But anyway,
No. I think about this all the time though, in terms of because originally I really wanted an iPod Touch back in the day, and I finally got
too.
one. Which you would almost think like that into the ecosystem would be a trigger to then get the iPhone when that comes out.
mm-hmm.
But
Mine
I
was a
think
turn
I
off.
wanted. I wanted it because it was like nothing else at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Zune wasn't doing this. No other MP3 in the sense or whatever not was doing this. So get one. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Whatever apps, YouTube, text messaging over Wi-Fi, whatever, not kind of cool. And then you get to a
WhatsApp
point
and
where
stuff.
something like that, you get that in the market for so long, and then other manufacturers kind of finally keep up, and they're offering other stuff, and you're like, oh, I'm kind of interested in that. So yeah, hence the Android route, whatever not. But I'm kind of getting in the same spot where when Tesla was first, maybe within, because they were made or created company wise 2012. As soon as the Model 3 comes out, all this other stuff, I'm like, damn, Teslas are still pretty cool. Like, you could beat a Porsche and this and that in a freaking sedan. I'm like, oh, that's pretty dope. But now you got like Rivian and Ionic 5s and Aptera and
What's
Hello
that-
trucks and all this stuff. There's
that-
so much in the market right now that I'm just like, Tesla's cool and all. There's other options out there that I'm like, damn, I kind of would want to go maybe like, Team Rivian in a sense or whatever
Mhm.
not.
Okay,
But-
so you really got to give it to them. They are the goats, but they're the goats that are falling behind. They're like the old goats. They're like Brett Favre in his last season.
Well, in a sense, they're kind of turning into Apple in a way.
Yeah, and it's because they're similar to when did Apple started 5G and like at the iPhone 13 or some bullshit like that. They need to get 5G basically, and what they actually need to do is they need to switch their sensors for LiDAR. Did you watch that video?
With Mark,
Mark Rober?
Rober,
It wa-
there we go.
Yeah.
They do, but the whole reason behind that is cost, and that was mentioned like years ago of why they got. I think they originally had LiDAR on
but
them, I'd say,
now-
but they got rid of it.
Now there are like low cost LiDAR sensors though. Like there's no reason
Yeah, I
to
don't
not have it anymore. I believe Mark went over that in that video.
Let's see if I can find it.
I won't take that away from them though. They are the goats of the electric cars. They're like the Eminem, but Eminem's not very cool anymore. Does that make sense?
It's funny because I think Eminem actually does better in other people's songs than he does his own. So, but and I don't know if you pop open the stream or anything like that. This is what I'm talking about in terms
Let's-
of we get cars that we're finally getting
Rivian
competition,
looks
which I think
sick.
I'm enjoying.
Yeah. Well, and then there's like
I love the R3 look to it, a little hot hatch.
there's also like another Toyota's releasing a pretty sexy looking all electric Camry, and I was like, ooh.
Which is better than their freaking SUV that they fucking
Oh, that
did
they
a
effed up
shitty ass
hard.
job on. Yeah,
did a
I'm like,
terrible job
come
on that.
guys. Don't release something just to say you have something in the books, in my opinion.
Wasn't your channel
But-
for a minute electric cars too? Like it was
Yeah,
like
it was literally
we're
called.
going back to
it
our
was
roots
literally
in two
called-
ways right now.
Oh, yeah, we are. That's an OG fucking trivia question for you too. But yeah, it was called Electric Rush.
Yeah, I
Kinda,
remember
like,
that.
Follow up on the news of that shit. But no, yeah, Rivian R3, fucking dope. Ionic 5. I don't know. I like the
Show the,
little hot hatch kind of style.
What's the Ionic 5? Am I behind in your stream, or do you have a delay going?
No, I don't have it up yet. There's one car I would fucking love if they actually made the damn thing.
Oh, it's a Hyundai too, huh?
Yeah.
See, I actually like this. It reminds me of a Volkswagen Golf. I think I saw this.
Oh, dude, the Golf or the old,
Yeah.
it's like a 2010 Subaru Impreza when they were actually
Oh,
hot
yeah.
hatches back then. The WRX kind of shit. Yeah.
This does look more rally with the back end. It has like that
Yeah.
kind of dome-ishness to it rather than the bubble butt.
Yeah, so it looks fucking sick. So I'd be all down for these. Granted, not the price. Obviously, I would probably still try to get used or something, but
Mm-hmm.
pretty sick on that end. Also, I don't know if you've seen this, dude. We can fucking just go into the weeds real quick. Like,
How much do you keep up on electric cars? Do you keep up on
Oh,
electric
it's-
cars kind of like how I keep up on like computer tech?
yeah.
Okay, so you know quite a bit. That's actually dope.
So,
This reminds me of those little
so-
China trucks.
dude, yes, these are basically
Fuck
K trucks.
yes.
They're literally the size.
I wonder if
Let's
they're
see
gonna
I
try
can
to
get
ban
it.
these.
Oh god,
They're trying to ban key
These are-
trucks in most states.
these people are at least standing next to it. It's the size of a fucking Mini Cooper.
Yo, that thing is hype. That is super
It's the
cool.
size of a Mini Cooper. It fits 4 people, and the bed is 5-foot bed, so it's the same as a Toyota Tacoma. And the mid gate goes down, so then it becomes an 8-foot.
I would
bed
drive
if you
that.
need it.
I would drive that.
Dude, you want to talk about using efficiency at its finest? Like, holy shit, that would be so interesting to. I'm not gonna lie, because they want this truck to be, I think, come out next year or whatever, not, but come out next year and it be about 40, I don't know, $45,000.
I would drive that.
Dude,
I
I'd
think
be
it's
like,
dope.
I'd almost rather have this than the Rivian R1T, in my opinion. I'm just like, not just because it turns heads or whatever, not, but it's like, it's just such an interesting concept. And I don't know, you get the fucking job done. You know, I need something in the back of the bed, sure. And it only takes up the
Yep.
space of a Mini Cooper, sure.
You can haul whatever the fuck you wanted in the back of that.
Yeah, fucking dope.
Oh, that's so cool. What are they called? Subaru sandbars or the little key truck? Those are sick.
Oh, those are, yeah. I was almost thinking, dude, if anything, I almost feel like Subaru Bajas could make a comeback if they really wanted to, but
Yeah. And
with
if you
the
do that,
Honda
bring back the.
Santa Fe.
And if you do that,
but-
bring back the Baja Bug too. Those things are.
No,
hype.
the EV space is fucking interesting, but it all comes down to availability. And yeah, if you can't charge the damn thing, then don't go out of your way to do so, in my
The
opinion.
thing that sucks for all these
So-
other companies though, right now, is they're just starting. So Tesla's got years in on them, and they'll be able to bring their price down faster than the other companies.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean
yeah,
that the
to a-
other-
yeah.
Why the fuck does this happen? I'm like transparent. There's this.
It's
is on my
magic,
face,
dude.
though. How is that there?
Magic.
How are you seeing through me? Oh, it might just be burned into the bone. I wonder if that's what that is. But it's
I
also
could
like-
see right through you.
it's also upside down. Anyway. But yeah, doesn't
No,
mean the
that's a
prices
good
won't
point.
ever come down. But it's just it's gonna be a minute before they do for the other companies. at
Yeah,
least.
and all depending on what you're looking for too, because obviously in this day and age, data is king. So I don't know if you're looking for something that can drive itself and do this and that. Don't expect this little truck to do it, just because of they don't have the data, the road data to do so, unless they're going to license it from some other company like Rivian or Tesla, who's been doing this shit for years.
Mhm.
But honestly, for just a driving experience, then I think it's kind of nice because we're finally hitting the spot where you get these companies that come out of somewhat nowhere because they've been taking their time with 10 plus years of actually making something like this, dedicated towards it, and it's now their time to shine almost. So
Yeah.
but no, like I said, the biggest thing that will be literally like, what's the safety of this thing? Because I don't give a shit what it looks like. I better be able to survive, or passengers be able to
Mhm.
survive in this shit. And then second of all, how often are you guys updating this thing?
And how often does the battery degrade and need to be replaced?
Yeah, because honestly, I think it's 35% of any EV vehicle is the cost of the vehicle.
Yeah.
So
And then the rest is. Ugh. How much is a battery generally?
I don't know. Let's see, how much is a Tesla battery? I think
Fuck.
5,
I
10
know-
grand.
Yeah. I think. Last I remember was I remember watching this video of a lady And I
yeah,
think it
anywhere
was
from $5,000 to $20,000.
I think it was fake, but the Tesla ordered itself a new battery, and it was like $12,500.
The price point makes sense. I don't know how it would go about doing it itself. That seems
Yeah,
like
that's
a
why I was
clickbait
like-
article, but
I think this is fake. I don't. I
Yeah.
feel like you would have to confirm something.
yeah. No, I follow this space like you said, like you do with PC parts or whatever.
Mhm.
Not like it's always in. The hard part for me is it's like, dude, the fucking cost on these things.
It's
if
hard.
anything, I think these things drop faster than what I'm used to in a sense. So
Mhm.
like, I guarantee I could look up right now. Let's say even like a new Model 3, the redesign one, it could probably be got for less than 30.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking-
We actually my buddy and I spec'd one because he was looking at getting a Nissan Leaf that only traveled 100 miles, and I told him, "You're fucking high. Get a Tesla."
No.
And I was like, "You're high. Get a Tesla." And we spec'd one, and it was gonna cost him $26K. And that was it.
is that
I was
used?
like, I don't remember now, but we spec'd it on the Tesla website.
Interesting. So that's probably new then. If you spec'd it,
Yeah, well, I believe he said 26K. That's Kyle, the guy that just called. Well, he called me like an hour ago. I'll ask him exactly. He ended up not getting it though.
interesting.
He bought a Saab for $3,000, a 92 Saab, turbocharged.
Okay, which obviously more mileage, dude. That's the thing with EVs too.
Wait,
People might see like,
It was
why did
used.
he
It was
go
like
one-
it was like a 2019 or 2020.
I'm thinking that's a hard thing too, because you'd have to almost know these questions. Because if someone said to like, or I don't know, a stranger or whatever, not like, yo, this car has 200 miles, you'd be like, oh, fine, whatever. I go to work and it's like 50 miles, maybe a day, whatever kind of thing. But it's like, you have to think about the environment too.
Mm-hmm.
Does this thing have a heat pump? Because your battery going from 200 miles to fucking sitting outside of work while you're, for 8 hours a day, whatever thing, just boom, just drop in half or 30% or whatever. Not, I'm like,
Yep.
dude, no. You're like, oh, this doesn't happen with gas. No shit. But like with EVs, that's something you have to think about at that point.
Is that why you were like, don't get a Leaf for a second? Because
No,
he was gonna get.
yeah, for 100 something, bro.
Yeah.
Talk about you're hoping you get 100 something miles.
Yeah.
Those EPA things are best case scenario.
I didn't know anything about it. I just told him, dude,
Yeah.
your trip from work to from your
How
trip
far
from
does he have to
home
go?
to
Yeah.
work to home is like, I think it's 30 miles to work
90?
and then 30 miles home.
So
60 miles.
yeah.
I'm like, bro, you're cutting it close there if you want to stop at Safeway. Like,
Stop
I-
there.
I say don't do it, and I'm glad he didn't do it. But he literally purchased it, and then something happened. I can't remember what he said, but he put the down. It's the
Good
same
Lord.
guy. It's the same guy that bought the iPad
The tech
and
guy,
then took it back.
our tech
yeah,
guy,
yeah. Our
Okay. Our tech dealer.
our iPhone dealer.
Yeah.
I know. Shout out. But
Shout out dealer.
he said he bought it. I wish he would jump in. I sent him the link so he could explain exactly what happened. But he said he bought it,
explain
and then
yourself.
something, he put 5K down on it, and then something happened, and the dealer called him and said, yo, that's not gonna work, but we have this other
Dealer
one.
saved his ass.
It's a black one, and it'll go
even
like
worse.
120
Even worse.
miles. And
No,
I was
oh
like,
my god, even worse.
I was like, fuck
Okay,
you.
so another
Don't do that. Don't do
Thank
that.
you, Puma. Another
Black one
thing
in heat,
with-
bro. The sun, the fucking.
Boom. Thank you. Yes. So black in heat. These EVs nowadays, they're gonna try to regulate their climate controls typically. So if you want to, make sure it's only 60 in there, not fucking burning your ass when you touch the seats or steering wheel, whatever, it's gonna have to regulate that the whole time.
Yep.
Which
Yep.
guess
Yep.
what? That uses your battery. Like,
Yep, the entire fucking time too. That is one
Yeah.
thing that I did know, as well as like you black attracts heat, and they have big batteries in them. I figured black wasn't an ideal color for a electric anything. I set my water ball outside, it gets fucking hot,
Yeah. So there's a lot to learn. I don't know. When you're going, you would think it'd be as simple as like, oh, it's just a battery. It's, plug it in, call it
No.
good. Like, no. There's
same
quite
with
a
what-
few
yeah.
things.
Same
That
with
you have
like
to
you
pay
don't want your
attention
battery
to.
to get too cold, nor do you want it to get too hot. Expansion,
Yep.
contraction, it's and battery drain. It's just like the fucking battery that's already in your car. If you let it sit for too long in the summer
With your
it-
lights
it
on or
won't-
whatever not.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Or if you let it sit too long through the winter, it's just gonna drain. So
Oh,
Anyway.
yeah. Puma comes in here saying this looks like a battery version of the K truck. Dude, it
I know,
basically is. It
it's super
literally
dope.
is.
The K truck, man.
It's the size of a fucking Mini Cooper. I love it. I can't
love-
wait to see one of these on the roads.
I
just
love me a
randomly.
good K truck. You know what I see a lot though? I see those Cybertrucks a lot.
Dude, I saw. So we have a service center.
That's Washington for you, man.
Next city over. And granted, I don't know if it was done at the service center or they're at the service centers because of this. But yeah, they had fucking spray paint on the fucking side of their doors and shit. I'm like, good lord, people, I
Oh.
would never take it that far.
Vandalism,
Yeah, I'm
You
like, I
see-
would never take it that far.
bro. I
Dude,
get.
they have fucking Sentry cameras. This is the people that don't understand the fucking EV shit.
Mhm.
Cameras everywhere, dude.
Yeah,
They're fucking recording your ass all the time now.
I totally get not agreeing with them, but Tesla didn't do anything, bro. Tesla itself didn't do a damn thing.
Yeah, you're
wrong.
not you're not mad at that. You're mad
Yeah,
at so and so.
and you're not even really hurting that. They got all those vehicles at those dealerships. They're insured, bruh. They're gonna get paid out. Like they're getting their money for
They
those.
just
so it's
caught your
like,
they just caught your face on there. You just made it super easy
Yeah.
for him.
they're gonna get that money from the vehicle you blew up. Plus, you're going to jail. So it's a win-win. So that's fucking. That sucks.
I love it.
It sucks. It's got to be that way. Anyway,
Drive an 87 Chevy K10 motor and battery will last forever, guarantee it.
you know what's funny is I had an '88 Chevy K1500. That thing was a fucking
good lord.
beast.
A fucking tank and a half.
Yeah, it was
Yee-yee.
sexy. Is that what Puma's talking about right now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
You're not
I
wrong.
loved
You're not
my
wrong.
I loved my 1500, dude. That thing hauled. Had a 4-inch
Dude,
lift
if
on it too.
anything-
38s. Oh my god.
Oh, you're gonna be building one soon, dude. You gotta keep me posted. That's sick. If anything, I'm kind of interested in the people that convert said, like, they take these things and convert them.
Make 'em
if
electric?
anything. Yeah,
You know it's cool?
like,
Actually,
dude. Sometimes it's just the fucking frame, and again, it comes back to the looks. Like, if something looks dope, just fucking change some shit out if you need to.
so speaking of that, did you know that Ludwig has a K truck?
Oh yeah, that's like his baby. It got stolen at one point, didn't it?
Yeah, and then Reddit found it. But did you know? Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can.
Oh
find
yeah,
it.
resto mod. Yeah, that's what it's called. I want to say
Uh,
F-150 had a resto mod of some sort. Let me look at that.
Okay. Fuck,
Don't
wish
you
I-
love the fucking tangents?
Yeah, we've gone off.
Gone off the deep end.
Oh, it's called yeah. So, did you know that
What's this thing?
how long ago was it?
Oh, the Camaro. Oh my god. I'll type that in.
Oh, maybe there's not a video about it. But so Ludwig gave his K truck. Well, no, there definitely is a video about it. Do you know the guys from Donut? Donut
like
Media? The car?
briefly, I know the guys that like separated from it too. Yeah.
Yeah, so one of the guys that separated from it, I can't remember his name. It's this guy right here. Is Ludwig's cousin. And he gave his K truck to them and their new channel Big Time,
Lord.
and they are turning his K truck electric.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah,
Dope.
they gave it to like a fancy shop that is turning it electric. There was a video on it. I can't find it. But pretty sick, pretty cool. I'm excited to see how that turns out. It's been in the works for
That's the thing.
like a year
And
now,
not just that, you get the fucking
or 6 months.
torque off that too, so that'd be kind of cool. But
Dude,
yeah, some
on
people
that
just love
light-ass
the
truck?
looks of certain things. Oh yeah, you'd be popping wheelies.
Fucking A. You know, to put a wheelie bar on that bitch.
No, these resto mods are sick. Yeah, the Captain America Camaro. Oh my god, Jesus. Oh.
Yeah, electric cars are sick.
Let's see. Do I really need to? I don't really need to top. All right, so Indies on the PS5 is the next one, which I think it literally is out this month. If someone wants to play it,
Indiana.
I think the Yeah, the biggest gripe I had about stuff coming to PlayStation now, I can't remember if Indie does this. I know Forza just did it. Is the whole, because we were complaining about this last episode of early access
Paying
things where
for
it's
it.
like spend $100. Yeah, you can
Yep.
pay for it.
Spend
They did
$100.
that with
Put my
I-
dick
I
so
think
deep
they-
in your mouth.
yeah, they're like, here, sign me up. Just fucking people stop that shit. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Just fucking knock it off.
It's such bad faith, man.
Which is why we can finally go into it now. Oh, the good old Switch 2.
Oh, we're not even gonna talk about this? Cool, because I have nothing to say. Like,
No,
fuck
yeah, I
that.
just wanted to go over it, and that's about it.
The Switch
But,
2! It's real!
We did it. We did it.
It's real! It's here! Well, it's not
And
quite here.
$449.
It's almost here, but it is $449. Wait, do we have our predictions? Do you remember? Did we notate that in the docs? We should have.
Let me see if I did or not. Let me turn.
I guess
make
we can
sure
look
I
back
did.
in the docs to see when we talked about it. Then again,
I
it
just
could
want
have
to
been
make sure I
a
don't
tangent.
docs anything here because I don't know which monitor it is going to open up on. So wait, let's put this over there.
2.7 was the podcast we talked about it. It looks like.
Oh, did we note it in the doc itself? by
No,
chance?
I just see the article Switch 2 price affordability.
Okay, let me see if I have him in a little sticky note thing here.
Yeah.
I don't remember if we did or not. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I'm gonna see if we made or
I think our overall conclusion was it's not going to be over 500. I thought that I'm almost getting it confused with the fucking Pixel at this point.
yeah, I don't remember. How long ago was 2.7?
Oh, hot minute.
Oh, Switch 2 pricing. Okay, I found the pod. Let me see if I can.
Yep.
Yeah, scrub through it.
Yeah.
Use AI to scrub
Yep.
through to to trying see to if we think. made a
Well,
prediction.
was it? It was on.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
just-
have it on my little.
Oh wait.
notes
We
here,
talked about
so.
Switch 2 right here.
Oh, it was
Bots for
$300
the
bucks.
most part. It was 300.
Oh.
Okay. Deal with freaking, I guess,
Oh, it was
bots for
300
the
bucks.
most part. It was 300. Okay.
Okay, we say
Yeah, it was
300
$300 bucks.
for the original price.
Yeah, because I know we
Wait,
pulled
was-
up the
my-
the stats
thought
of
would've been
what
that would've been the
original,
only
or I
console
guess
that was,
OG
like, kinda,
consoles
like,
were.
Was a curveball because it wasn't a very good console. It
Hey, I
was,
appreciate it,
it was
Puma.
kinda ass.
Thanks for Well, not stopping the. by, dude. Well,
We're talking
you-
about the
so-
Wii U.
sorry, ass. You
Garbage.
confused it. Yeah. So yeah,
Oh,
because
and like
God, even the
I think they
N64 is
stated
like
it here, too.
250,
the affordability that our customers expect. From
Okay.
I
Nintendo
think, or
products.
something like that.
So it really makes me think that they're going to be like very price conscious when they price this.
Very
because
price
they know
conscious.
that if they don't price
What
it
do I say?
correctly, the moms out there and the dads
Give
out
it to
there
me,
won't
damn
buy
it.
it for their kids.
Yes, and
I'm
not
doing
only
my
that, but I feel
spiel
like
before I say the price,
Nintendo- They kind
or
of,
I already said the
which is
price,
good.
so
They
skip.
believe in their product, so at the same time, they don't put stuff on sale.
Gotta give me that 1.5x speed.
I feel like if you believe in it hard enough and you don't need to,
I can't
then
even hear
you
myself.
shouldn't have to.
Can you
No, go
imagine
for
if
it.
you
I mean,
brought
their
that over
Switch
into real life? Be
kind
like,
of
can
doesn't
you
go on
can you
sale,
speed
actually.
this
They
up?
just add a game
Can you
for
can you talk
holidays.
faster, please? Can
Sure.
can
I'm trying to
can you
really
want
talk
that?
about- as fast as I can.
1.5,
What is
1.5,
We'll definitely know
Is that
more.
right?
What do we got? April 2nd? I can't remember if they have an exact.
We need to speed
time
this shit
frame
up.
per se, but they
Right
did.
now.
They did
Speed this shit
confirm
up.
April
Conversation,
2nd.
please.
To
Over.
find out
Good, good,
details. They
good.
didn't say what, obviously, but
All right, their comments. Carlo,
which if you watch a podcast and
Yeah.
they start
So what is that?
speaking, yeah, what's that?
Good
What's that
luck
USD
with
then?
that one?
€349, €399.
Oh,
Are you pulling it up?
But what I'm also thinking,
Jesus.
they did
Now you're
report
freaking
saying
out,
that
man.
$360.
In a-
for
Oh.
You got the
349.
zoomies?
Oh,
Oh,
USD?
Did you do it?
Yeah, $360.
in a weird way,
Because
don't.
euro's worth more than the dollar.
No, I was gonna say, well, I'm
360. That's no way.
being,
Market.
Was that?
I was gonna say because that makes it sound like I'd be curious. Do they stop some terms? So I just thought about that. I was like, they have one that technically doesn't
Yeah,
have. the
I'm
delay.
almost thinking we guessed
200 right now.
$399.
I think we gave it 400 if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they and I think I told him that. Okay, I believe what I had said was they are going to be price conscious, and they are going to sell it at $400. I was wrong. I was wrong in multiple ways, and I was kind of right in one way, sort of. Do you remember the one cool thing I said about the dock that they should do?
What is it, the fan thing?
Well, no. I said that the dock should have like a way of upscaling.
Oh,
it
gotcha. Oh,
doesn't-
true, it does.
It doesn't fully do that, but it does have a way of improving performance to a point where you can use 4K now. So I mean,
Yeah, 4K 60.
Maybe that'll get better. Who knows?
Yeah. So let's see. Do we
$449.
want to talk positive about this first or what?
Sure. The games look sick. I don't know if I don't know. Did you watch the whole presentation?
I watched summary of the presentation, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you had to watch. The games look
Yeah.
sick. There was some cool announcements too. The new FromSoft game looked pretty cool.
Where the
Pokemon-
fuck did that come from? Honestly,
I don't know, but it
dude,
looks
holy!
sick.
You want to talk about like we were just talking earlier about what's the incentive to buy new hardware, this or that. I'm sorry, but that alone for some people that'll be it. That will be it.
That'll get them to
Most
buy.
people would be like Mario. Would be like, no, I'm playing the new FromSoft game. Like, holy shit.
Elden Ring diehard fans will just FromSoft.
Yeah, not just that, but Bloodborne fans, since they weren't able to get their fix because PlayStation's like, oh, someone on their free time made a sick remake or remodel of our game. Nah, cancel that shit.
Was saying today at work. I haven't looked into it yet myself.
I can't remember the details on it. I think it's more Bloodborne than it is Elden Ring Night Rain or whatever that's called. So I can't remember.
If I remember correctly, I liked the 2 USB USB-Cs. One on bottom, one on top. That's sick.
Thank God.
The mouse feature, pretty cool. I thought that was cool how they used that. I think that was used in like a Metroid game, right? Was that what they were showcasing when they used it? So I thought
they
that was
showed
pretty
it
sick.
off. You could use it if you wanted to that way. I'm curious because the actual Switch Joy-Cons and whatnot are actually compatible with Steam. I really want to see the video where someone takes these things and actually uses them in an FPS game.
Like using them on Halo or Call of Duty.
Yeah. I want to see it competitively. I would think it'd be hilarious. But they showed it off in Metroid, and it looks pretty dope because you got the blue one there.
It looked
with
very
the little
fluid.
Joy-Cons. So that's your movement, and then you just have your typical aim with your right. I'm like, huh. You clear up some decent desk space with just those two instead of the keyboard and whatever not. But
I fucking love that they're magnets. I just hope that the magnets are strong enough. They claim that they are.
the magnets are actually in the shoulder buttons.
Yep.
Those are the magnets supposedly.
There's
so
like
I think they'll be fine, and they have the pin too, the little plastic pin.
And the
that has
shoulder
to be in
buttons
there,
look
so.
way bigger than they were last time. Like they look
last time they were like
way-
fucking.
They were small.
So small.
Mhm.
Like Jesus Christ.
You made them
for an
bigger.
ant.
Yeah, you made them bigger when you slid the bitch on or slid the.
Oh yeah, because
grip
they
thing
actually
on.
became normal. Yeah.
Mhm. I think it's
Joy-Cons will be
cool.
dope.
4K. It's gonna be sick.
Well docked, right?
Yeah, I think it. What'd they say about the screen? Is it still an LCD? I can't remember. Or is it OLED?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
No,
that's
no, no, no,
that's
no, it's
unfortunate.
LCD. Yep.
That's unfortunate. You're not getting OLED for $449.
Yep.
Well,
Well,
cool.
in a weird way,
cool
it competes
accessories.
with the other handhelds, though, right? I think that's
Yeah.
Nintendo's new market. I don't think it's Xbox and PlayStation. So, if you're thinking of it in a handheld perspective, I think they can still get in, which sucks.
They can still get away with it.
Especially when when you
Mhm.
upgrade to an OLED, you're like, oh, this is the new base now with the new
Oh,
one.
you know what?
Not so much.
That's probably
So.
what got them to do this price, because they saw the Steam Deck selling at almost $500 for like the OLED version. They saw the ROG Ally. They saw the Legion Go, and they're like, "Fuck, we got a handheld."
Yeah, we're
Our
in
games
that
are only
market more
there.
than we are in the
Yeah.
comparative to the console market, I guess per se. So, I think that's why they got away with LCD, even though they bumped the pixel density and all this other stuff. I think that's why they were able to do so, and it gives them wiggle room for like, oh, we upgraded to an OLED version if you want it.
That's
So.
probably why they're so brazen to do this price too.
Yeah, which
How many families do you think this is going to turn off? For example, I have a friend at work who's got a son who loves Nintendo games, and I was actually talking to him about this after it was announced, and he's like, "I'm just not going to be able to afford it, man. $450. Like
You-
the original Switch, $300. So this one
you know
being
how
go ahead.
you solve it this way. If kiddo wants to play the new Mario Kart, you can play the new Mario Kart. It'll be on your current Switch because it's backwards. It's compatible both ways, give or take here and there.
Mhm.
And I don't know. You get me personally, you give that to a kid, they're not going to notice a difference. They got the new game in a sense on the Switch, unless they're to an age where it's like, you're 8, 10 years old, teenage, whatever. Not you're like, this isn't the new one, that kind of shit.
But that'll only work until you get to a game that's only compatible on the Switch too.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know which one will be the first one to pull that move.
They didn't say. They just said there will be Switch 2 only games, is all they said, or whatever. I can't remember their exact wording. Switch 2 versions only, or they use some weird ass wording.
They always, they always say on certain games or whatever, or They use the word compatible a lot. Like if it's compatible, sure. Like it's making it pushes more on the dev than it does Nintendo. But
I just think that I think that their price is going to turn a lot more families off than they think. I think it's going to be much more difficult. Like the reason the Wii sold so well and the Switch sold so well is they were at a reasonable price.
Reasonable price, and it was, if this makes sense, it was everyone's second console. Everyone's.
Yep. And now, I mean, to me, I look at this and I see all the features and all the things, and I'm like, okay, I guess I can see why it's so much. But your grandma is not gonna know. They're gonna be like, why is that so much money? What the hell? And then
and it also becomes
that kid's parents not gonna know. Unless they're some sort of enthusiast, that understands like, okay, they have all these new features. The mouse is the Joy-Con's a mouse. All these new chat features. Again, it's way more powerful. Does 4K. That's probably worth like $450, whatever. But your generic family is not going to know that. They're not going to dive that deep.
Yeah. Well, and also too, this now becomes, because of that price point, it becomes, you're telling little Timmy here, like, do you really want this? Because this is your only thing I'm getting you for, this year, whatever. Not like,
you're
this
thinking
is
it's
your
still
console.
that option. I don't even think it's that option for some people. Like that. What that? One moment. One moment.
Yeah, you're good. I'm trying to think, because the market for these guys are still the younger demographic, and you're not playing Mario or anything else or Donkey Kong anywhere else, honestly. So, and the parents are going to be the ones that have to buy this. The hard part is I don't know what people are playing per se at that demographic. Roblox and Minecraft and Fortnite, I guess. But you can play those anywhere at this point. That's the hard part. There's so many options now. You just don't get Mario. So, but I don't know. I don't think they get it off the start here. They somehow see if this can go down in price, but dude, Nintendo does not budge on prices at all. So, yeah, we'll see. And obviously, once he gets back, we'll talk about that price, because I don't think it'll be $450.
Shit! Whoa! That's a victory. Guess what?
What up?
Our insurance company just called us. We've been waiting for like a week now, but our insurance company just called us. Oh, they finally
followed up?
Yeah, no. They finally found the other guy at fault, so now we can get the process started. They're filing the claim through his insurance.
There's so much shit I had to do when car got hit, whatever, not where it's just like I was basically the agent. Like,
were you?
You guys are so slow.
Were you like nervous to drive after you got hit? My wife is a little bit.
Not nervous of the drive, but definitely one of those things where you remember if you have to go through it consistently. If you have to go to the same spot, it's in the back of your head. So
yeah, and it's literally the exit to my work, so she drives it every day, Monday through Friday. Yeah.
But it doesn't mean you can't handle it.
Yeah, she's been way stronger than I would have been able to be. I was just pissed at the time. Anyway, So, back to it. Yeah, you were basing it off that still being an option. I don't even think this is an option for some people. Like, for example, me as a kid.
What else are you buying now? The Series S?
This just wouldn't be an option for me as a kid. Like, my single mom worked 2 jobs. Until I was in middle school, we were like not well off at all. I had like a and I had like when everybody had the
So-
PlayStation 2, I had the PlayStation 1. You know what I mean?
Sure. So in that case, in a weird roundabout way, then does this push the sales of Nintendo Switch Lite?
Yes. Maybe. I don't know. Because
Because there's no like Game Boy alternative. You know what I mean?
yeah, you
Because
just
back in the day, Nintendo had the console, or like, oh, you start getting at that age or whatever, not like, oh, Game Boy Color, Game Boy SD, like, okay, that's your little
See,
machine or whatever. Not
the hard part for me is I don't even know if like I think this pushes these families away from Nintendo entirely. I think
entirely.
I think you stated it earlier. The Series S. I think if it were my 12-year-old ass, I would end up with a Series S. You know what I mean?
How else you playing
or
Pokemon though?
I don't.
Oh
you know?
shit! A world where you don't? Where the fuck are we?
Yeah.
Where are we at?
Honestly, Pokemon looks like shit anyway. But I don't know. I think
4K 60, bro.
I think they're asking too much. I think they're still going to sell a lot. They're not going to sell nearly as many as their first Switch, though.
I don't know. We say this shit, but you'd be surprised how many whales are out there. Unfortunately,
I think they priced
Which
it a little
throws me
too
off.
high, and they're almost in like Wii U territory of failure. They're not quite that high, but like I think the cost is really going to hurt them.
I think the cost will hurt them. And then, did you see the news that even came out today in terms of the whole pre-orders on hold right now?
Well, I saw the news on. So one thing, you can go ahead and give your news, but I have news on how their pre-order system is working as well.
Yeah, go for it.
So, well, okay, I saw one thing on how they're, actually it says it right here about pre-orders, but how they're doing pre-orders is pretty cool. They're doing it in a way of you have to be a verified Nintendo gamer to get them.
Correct.
So
Yes, you have to play for 50 hours and have the account for
Yep.
I think a year.
Yep, you have to have the online account for a year. So I think that's pretty cool. It's gonna help combat scalpers. But
Oh yeah.
I also think that overall, you know what? We're not gonna go there because I think that's actually a good play, and I think most people should do something similar. But that's the only news. I think that is reputable action. Anyway,
Yeah.
go ahead and give your news.
No, that's a good tactic to go against scalpers. I think also they were talking about not Nintendo but like other outlets, so like Best Buy or GameStop themselves. I think they literally said like we will only do in store.
That's
Which
good.
is
That's good.
props to them, because how else are you supposed to buy physically being there? So
Yeah, That's
I
really
think
good.
that's a smart move on that.
Honestly,
but no,
fuck
the-
scalpers.
yeah. Like, you're already mad about paying $450 for this thing. What the don't again
Hey,
going for
yep.
the people that just want it now. They're like, yeah, give me double the price. But no, news literally today, maybe last night even, whatever it was, that Nintendo is actually putting pre-orders on hold for the US. So it'll be still coming out
Eric.
June 5th, all that good stuff. And
Eric.
yeah, their whole thing was, we're putting it on hold. We need to reassess some stuff and go from there, basically.
So
Um,
this is also
yeah.
interesting. How do you think they're gonna do this? Do you think we were debating this at work today. Not about the specific product, but other products. Do you think
Yeah.
A, they eat the cost, or B, they make the consumer eat the cost? So for
Nintendo. Okay, go.
for example, at my work, we order quite a bit of stuff from China. We are eating the cost. We are not going to
Yep.
pass it on to the consumer. It is the company that will
Yep.
be eating it, and that's
Yep.
just due to in our line of work, it's not good to raise your prices, even if it's only a few dollars.
Yeah, correct. Because Nintendo has had their moments of consumer first, where if it's gotten so bad, especially I think during the Wii U times, the CEO has been the one to actually, which I don't know if, obviously we have different CEOs now, I think too.
We do.
But at that point in time, he was willing to take a salary cut, which other CEOs typically don't do that.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, and so they have history of actually being consumer first, and not only that, but I feel like at the same time, as much as you don't want to, consoles themselves, especially the hardware, are usually the ones that take the hit anyway.
Hmm.
So I'm really, I don't know, for Nintendo's sake, and in those regards, I'm kind of hoping that they keep the 450 despite what's going on. The only concern I have is if they do their math and do this, and that. Man, I could.
It's gotta only bust out. Like when you
I
break
don't know
it
if it goes
down.
5.
When you break it down, it can't be more than, honestly, like it can't be more than like $10 a console, and it's probably not even that. So I don't know.
Yeah, because, well, and not just that, Nintendo in a way, because we'll segue into the game prices here shortly, but because they take 7 years, 8 years to kind of
Release something.
put
new.
out a new, release something new. Granted, they have their like mid-year stuff, OLEDs, lights, whatever not. They're almost in a sense like, all right, we kind of have to future-proof this a little bit. So if they were gonna increase the price to, I don't know, 470, 480s or whatever not, they kind of have to do it now. And they,
I think if they
so.
know what's good for them, they eat the cost themselves.
I'm hoping so.
Because
I'm hoping
honestly,
they assess tariffs, whatever not, and they're like, all right, it's still 450. Here you go.
so many people are already not happy with the 450 price, let alone the other. We'll get into the further on gaming price in probably just a minute here, but I feel like for their own sake, they have to eat the cost.
Yeah, because even Sony's not, or not, sorry, Nintendo's not the only one to do like a price, like I guess hike, whatever not kind of thing. But I guess even I was reading something where Sony even,
I believe
I don't think it was for the
did
Pro.
in EU.
Yeah, Sony had it to where if something was released and then they upped the price by, I want to say even like $50. So
I do know that they did something like that when the PS5 dropped in the EU.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not unheard of, but man, oh man, some goodwill goes in a long ways, and I don't know. I feel like you gotta eat it. You gotta eat it.
Well, Sony was in a different situation too. Well, at the time of the one that I'm thinking of, there was a shortage. Everybody wanted them. Maybe there will be a shortage of Switch 2s. I think they've been making them for over a year now, so I think we'll have quite a bit of stock at release.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they'll still sell it, but I think they have to eat the price, bro. I don't even think it's worth 450 in my opinion. So,
I know.
like,
If people don't think it's worth what it is now, then how do you try to sell something that's even more? You know what I mean? Bundle Mario Kart or not? It's like, come on.
I think it would be worth 450 if they threw in the camera. That camera's worth at least $50.
True, that camera is worth $50.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know.
Which is
the
super
whole
dumb.
chat thing.
I don't even
the
want
whole
the fucking
chat
camera.
thing.
Give me Discord.
And yeah, the whole chat thing is hilarious to me.
Yeah,
it is so Nintendo though.
To make it look so revolutionary. When
yeah,
we're
and like,
literally
bro,
using something just like it that was made like.
Are we
20
going
years
back
ago?
to the 360 days? Yeah, avatars and chat. Like that's what I thought. I was like, holy shit! It took you guys this long.
I don't know if you remember,
God
but
damn.
in the 360, there was a camera for it. I'm sure you remember the camera, but you could use it in Uno, and like you could have your little just like in the fucking Mario game that they had with the little circle of your face. You could have that in Uno as all the different characters. And I was like,
That's
oh
funny.
wow, I feel like we've.
Dude, I'm so curious. I'm so curious what the quality of that camera looks like, because they showed off what it looked like with. I've never done this before, whether it be COVID or not. I have never been the one to be like, oh God, I don't know about that, but I've never been the one to be like, all right, I'm playing my own game, single player game, whatever not, and be like, all right, let me jump in a call with Dak Kyler and so and so and so and so, and like they're doing their own thing and we're just chatting it up. I feel like I would get so distracted, at least for me, doing that, and it's like I've never done that before, where we're all playing something different, and they showed that off as a scenario.
You know, I would do that just to chat, but not on my Nintendo.
Dude, oh my god. Speaking of that, dude, we always make fun of the Kinect sounding like a fucking sock, right?
Yeah.
when you're using that mic.
Yeah.
Dude, the
I know
mic
you're
for
talking
this
about.
thing, as soon as I saw that
Yep.
you could use the Switch 2 as the mic, I always love manufacturers, whether it be HyperX kind of shows this off a little bit here and there. They like show the mic behind the fucking keyboard. I'm just like, dude,
Mhm.
you're picking up every clickety clack imaginable. I'm like, nobody does that. But having the Switch 2 across the room and you're chatting it up with your boys or whatever not, and you're just like, there's no way in hell that sounds good, even in
Nope.
like the perfect environment.
Well,
And I'm just like, they have noise cancellation. I'm like, dude, dogs barking, babies screaming their heads off. I need to see someone's video on this. Holy shit.
you know what you just kind of sparked in my head is
Uh-huh.
the first Switch used an NVIDIA Tegra chip. So
Yeah.
what if they have a dumbed down
Broadcast?
version of broadcast? And
It'd
that's
be
how
fine for
they're
the noise cancellation, but did broadcast have like a stage presence thing where it could figure out where they did, didn't they? Where their voice was? But that's recent. I don't know if Nintendo would pull that off.
I don't think they do. They have noise removal. Oh, they have room echo removal, studio voice. See, dude, and it was sitting right by his TV. Imagine he's listening through the TV
exactly, just echoing,
on a hot
just looping.
on like a hot summer day too. So you have the AC going in the window. Because I'm too poor to have
And you're-
baseboard AC or whatever the fuck it's called.
And you're just cussing
HVAC.
someone out on Fortnite.
Dude, that mic's gotta sound like shit. It's gotta sound like
And
shit.
it sounds like you're from a fucking hallway. Like you're talking like this, just chatting it up with your with your boys.
How's it going over there? Did I actually sound pretty decent still?
You sounded fine, but it just makes it sound like you're fucking yelling at someone in the other room.
Okay. I think we've gone
Oh,
over everything
man.
good.
Oh man, hilarious Nintendo.
The games did look good. I will give them that. I do that.
The
new
games always look good.
the Mario Kart game.
Oh, the storage.
that's
I'll give
fucking
them
sick.
credit on the storage. Storage bumped up to 256, which gave people they're wondering how big the games are going to be now.
Woohoo! Well,
But I don't know with that. With
you know
those
why
art
they did
styles,
that,
dude,
right?
They're still pretty small.
you know why they
what?
fucking did that whole storage thing, right? It's because the goddamn game. Okay, we're gonna start talking about the games now, because the stupid
Yeah.
physical games aren't even on the cartridges. It's like a downloadable. You buy the cartridge. Okay, now you can download the game from the internet.
How much was?
That's horse shit.
No, that is fucking
And
garbage.
it's
It's
$10
a
more
download card.
dollars. It's $10 more.
I know, right? For the
$90
plastic or
for a pass to download the game from the internet. Oh my god, dude.
when you could do that same thing for 80,
Oh, I fucking.
which is still expensive.
Oh, I hate
Oh my
Nintendo. I
God.
hate them so much, but their games are so good. But I hate them. Dude, Nintendo is the worst consumer-friendly fucking company out there. Dude, the things they do to their Smash community, they can't fix fucking Pokemon. They're fucking $90
Oh,
games.
God.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. I apologize.
So, Super Mario Party Jamboree, because it's the most recent thing I could think of,
Mhm.
is 7.7 gigs on the Switch. Or at least it says Switch 1 5.3. I don't know what the 7.7 comes to.
Maybe OLED? I don't know.
Oh, wait. Mario Kart World and more Nintendo Switch game sizes revealed today.
Ooh.
Interesting. Okay.
No way.
So, yeah. So,
Wait, are they on your stream?
Mario... Yeah. So, Mario Kart World will be 23.4 gigs. Or 23.4 gigs. So, you're going to be stacking those games on there. Granted, if you had that money, though.
That is fucking insane. Oh, and then they limit you to a specific SD card too. The express ones. They are faster.
Yeah,
I'll
very,
give them that. But
very
they're
interesting that, they
they're
didn't go
not
backwards compatible with
that much faster. They are faster, but they're not like M.2 versus like what's like SS or like SATA SSD, you know? They're not that kind of speed difference.
Yeah.
Or NVMe M.2. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So storage wise, they're not that drastic, which I kind of figured because of the art style. They never were, but
Wow, how is Kirby?
This-
How is Kirby and the Forgotten Land smaller?
5.7
right?
versus 5.8.
that efficiency.
So I will say the GameCube games is going to be sick. I hope that means we get Gales of Darkness, the like one good Pokemon game that was put on a console.
True.
That's a great game. Oh well, okay, that's a lie. Pokemon Coliseum and Stadium are good too.
Oh, those, yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
So
Oh, that art style looks better than what's out there.
let's talk about the Pokemon game, shall we?
Yeah, one thing I want to hit on first though is Nintendo just opened the fucking floodgates to allow $80 games and above, which I think the rumor for GTA being 100 is for sure.
Yep. 'Cause-
Easily, like spend $100, you can play this I don't
Well,
know, a day early.
hold on.
Even
Maybe not.
unless
There
they're
is
gonna
a-
play Good Guy Advocate.
Well, there is a lot of backlash to this. I don't know if you've seen, but well, yeah, obviously you have seen. But there's a
but
lot of
it's
people
GTA.
not happy. Yeah. But maybe they don't go all the way to the 100. Maybe they go to 80.
I think they still use it as an early access, and then the base is 80.
Yep. But if you think what my actual like honest opinion is that they do 100, but I'm just saying, what if they don't? Because they want to be good.
Oh, then
guys.
that's fine too. Yeah.
I do think
So
that
they can spend some more. Well, yeah, but for an extra $20, dude, we'll throw in some shark cards.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe they go to 100, but they give you some sort of like GTA online currency as well, because it's like
I guarantee it.
and if they give that to you, they know that you're gonna. Well, okay, they know that like a susceptible mind will buy more. So
Yeah,
like,
because you're
oh,
getting more out of it. Yeah.
yep, exactly. So,
Yep.
oh boy,
Or I guess Nintendo's sake, yeah, why people are pissed is technically you're not getting anything more out of it. It's the same game.
I hate Nintendo, man. I hate Nintendo so much. But I'm gonna buy it. This will be the only. I think I told you this already. This will be the only console I buy. I will not buy the next Xbox. I will not buy the
For
next.
what? For what?
For Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Well, and like the party games. We play Mario Party and Mario Kart with the family.
Oh, for sure. I'm so curious because I'd have to look to see how they're working these like Switch 2 Deluxe editions and seeing how much those are cost. Which I could be wrong about this, but I'm feeling putting the blame game at fucking Sony for opening the gates for charging money for upgrades.
Yep. With
it
started with
$10.
Horizon. It's fucking. I remember that everybody was so pissed about the Horizon $10 upgrade.
Yeah, they started with that, and
I
because
fucking
they
agreed with it.
remastered that one, like they remastered that game. I felt like fucking 6 times at this point.
I think they have.
I wasn't sure if it was a DLC or if it was just a remake or a remaster at some points. That game got confusing as shit in terms of what they were doing with that franchise, I should say.
Oh,
But,
dude.
yeah, I'd be curious to know what they charge for these upgrades for if you're trying to play, especially Zelda upgraded. So.
Oh, they didn't say actually. They just said there will be an upgrade fee.
Yeah, and I don't know if it got released or anything like that. I could look real quick, but
All right, I got to tell you this story. So, was it today or yesterday? I was talking about the Switch 2 to somebody at work, and this stupid son of a bitch. Oh my god. Well, okay, no, they're not stupid. I apologize. I don't really mean it that way. I was just like, why are you arguing with me about this? I was talking about the price, and they're like, yeah, but it'll go on sale. I'm like, no, it won't. And they're like, yeah, the Switch goes on sale. I'm like, no, it doesn't. They just add a game. That's what they do. They don't go on
bundle
sale.
the shit out of it.
They just add something, and you get like $10 off in the total. It won't go on sale. And they're like, well, you don't think the Switch is going to go on sale now? And I'm like, no. And then they're like, what about when the Switch 2 launches? I'm like, well, maybe then, yeah. They're like, okay. I'm like, so you're going to wait 8 years to get the Switch 2?
Yeah, true.
I was like,
It's because they have their pricing ladder. They don't need to put it on sale. You just buy it. Unfortunately,
They
buy the old
hold-
one.
literally, they hold all the cards.
Yeah.
Fucking hate Nintendo.
Yeah. Where else? Where else are you playing a Mario game legally? But like,
I'm glad you specified.
yeah. Where
I was
else
like,
are you playing it?
I'm gonna play it on my device that has 10,000 games on it. One of those emulator little machines.
little dolphin ass.
Little. Yep, exactly.
But
I mean, we can
yeah.
play them on our Xbox if we install the emulator in dev mode. And
see, we could do that. It's just where's little Timmy gonna do that?
yeah,
It's those characters that you got to watch out for. So it's just like, dude, they don't have to. The price is in their control. I don't remember ever hearing gaming news. You hear Xbox and PlayStation take that $50 cut after what, a year, 6 months, whatever it is, give or take on the circumstances. But it's like, dude, Nintendo doesn't have to. They're golden.
all right. I'm trying to pull up the. I'm trying
If
to
they
pull.
do go cheaper for some reason, they'll release a themed version which puts it back up at the same price or even more because now it's bundled with the game that just came out.
What is the? Oh, here it is. Here is the video. Okay, so the freaking Pokemon game, man. I have such a bone to pick with them. I'm gonna play it, but
I'm gonna play.
boy, does it look like ass.
I
Oh
don't
man.
know. Yeah, what are they doing?
You know what I want them to do? I want them to, instead of suing Pal World, buy them. Buy them and have them fix your shitty fucking game. Oh man. I'm so disappointed. We are in 2025. We have handheld fucking consoles now. We have Zelda on that handheld that looks gorgeous. I just
Zelda's art style and environment looks way better than this. It looks so flat.
And the worst part about it is I'm not helping myself by buying it.
Oh man.
You know what I
Because
mean?
again, there's I guess Pal World is it's a pseudo alternative, but it's not the like
No.
it's the game. No one competes with them. Digimon, where are you?
Apparently they're coming out with a new game. We'll see. I just
God no.
I just like, why does it have to look so shit? You know what I mean?
Because
like-
graphics aren't everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, but at the same time,
if it
doesn't mean
looks
you
like
don't
shit-
fucking try.
and it runs like shit. Like, I don't know if you I don't know if you watched the
Oh,
trailer or
it
not.
better not. It
But
better
it-
not run.
Dude,
like
it
shit.
stuttered hard when they were passing through the wild zone in the city. I was like, whoa, is this running on actual hardware? It's gonna be rough.
Oh God. I say it better not. That's some new hardware.
Like,
that's
even
supposed
in
to
the
be-
background in this trailer right here, watch this fucking look at the jitteriness of that. That is terrible. The way his like little thing, ugh. And then her
Yeah.
hair, it's not like fluid. It's very like, I don't know how to describe it.
It's
It looks
so
like
flat.
ass.
Is the battle royale thing default? Oh no, it's in a specific zone.
Yeah.
It's like God, what was that one game we were talking about? The Dark Zone or whatever.
Oh yeah. Division.
Yeah, Division. There we go.
Yeah.
Pokemon
I-
Division version.
I'm just so sad that we don't actually have like the Pokemon doing the attacks. Like, we should have that by now. They do like some animations, but they don't do them all. Like, that guy, if he uses bite, he should run up and bite that motherfucker on the shoulder by now. Like, I just
Even art style wise, this looks like I could pull this up on my phone.
it looks like I could AI generate this. You know what I mean? I could
There's
easily
no
In
emotion
fact-
in the characters. Oh God.
Yeah, and I
Lord.
bet you know one way they could easily take their games to the next level? Voice acting. Add some people's voices in there.
That costs too much money. That eats into our profits.
Bro, it might be what's cheaper? Make your game look better or add voice actors? I don't even know. I don't know. I'm
In
just
a
so-
weird way, it's like Pokemon somehow is following the art style of, maybe even worse, honestly, than like they're kind of following like Animal Crossing's art style.
Bro, comparatively, I feel like Arceus looked better. Like I'm
Yeah,
watching the
yeah.
trailer for Arceus right now. I don't know if you're watching my stream or not, but look at the water
cool.
in Arceus moving. Like comparatively, I think this game looks better.
Oh yeah, well,
Like-
yeah, water tactics and everything, or
like-
water graphics can make
And
it.
then it's
game
just it's
pop a
way
little
more
bit.
fitting for the time because you're going back in time in this game. I don't know.
Oh,
if
look,
you
there's
played it,
actual grass there
but yeah,
compared to these
like,
little patches they have in the city.
for stuff, this just looks better to me. And like, what happened? You guys smoke 2 fat bowls of meth and then move on? Like, fuck, dude.
They lose some artists or what?
You know what sucks too is like I don't know what kind of stranglehold Game Freak has on Pokemon, but who owns Pokemon? It's a Nintendo, right?
Yeah, them and Game Freak.
So are they 50-50?
Oh, I don't know what the percentage is. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, Game Freak does not deserve 50-50 because it's probably like, I wonder if Nintendo knows their shit and they're just like, well, can't do anything about it because Game Freak holds half the cards. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, the game's so shit for no
losing
reason.
control.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I don't feel like anyone in a sense is pushing them, unfortunately, to be
And-
like, do better.
and that
We know you
should-
can, just do better.
That should be Nintendo.
Yeah.
Just like it should be like Xbox pushing Halo to do better, or like Call of
Oh,
Duty,
good
or
Lord.
PlayStation pushing fucking, I don't know, Destiny to do better. Or what? God of War. I don't know.
I feel like at some point you let companies do their thing. Fine,
And if they
whatever.
fuck up, you fix it.
But if they start veering off a little bit, you're like, whoa. Which typically I feel like they only veer off because management is like, we need to pivot towards this or look more into this instead of letting them do their own thing.
It just really doesn't make sense that like the Switch is more advanced, and it's quite evident based on like the games they showed off, the new Mario Kart game, and even like the short tidbit of the Zelda games that they gave us. And it's like, and you slap this in my fucking face, one of the most loved franchises, and you can't do anything about it? Come on, bro. Come on.
Yep. Mario
I-
games, like Mario's single player games, look fantastic. Zelda looks good.
And it's not like they don't have a bunch of shit on the screen. Mario games, they got the little Koopas around. They got a bunch of shit. There's coins. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of shit moving. And like,
Yeah.
oh my god. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it, bro. I don't know.
I don't. Oh man, I'd be curious. Yeah, I want to know what the performance is on this thing too.
I don't know.
Honestly,
I think.
or
I
hell,
thi-
just buy it on the old Switch.
Oh, I think they lost me, dog. I was just like, I really wanted this game to be, and Arceus was just better. Arceus was done better. There's the Wild Zone is almost the entire open world area, whereas this,
Oh, okay.
the fucking ZA,
Right.
you go into
Yeah,
like a
Za.
Wild Zone in one city or in a city, and it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like,
Oh, you have to go to one specific spot.
yeah, and that's where you see the Pokemon. You catch the Pokemon, and there's multiple throughout the city, but it's not like the whole city is just gonna be taken over with Pokemon, which
Littered.
is how it should be, but it's not.
Yeah,
So I don't fucking know, man.
it's so interesting. They always go so back and forth on some stuff. There's never like a clear path of where you think they're gonna go.
Bro,
with
they're
the
so
franchise.
dumb. They're so dumb. This game makes Pokemon Scarlet and Violet look fucking awesome, and Scarlet and Violet wasn't that good.
Yeah.
You literally rode a motorcycle Pokemon, and I'm like, what the hell are we doing?
Oh, that was the one I'm thinking of. Where
Yeah.
that game was fucking bugged as shit.
Yeah, you literally rode a motorcycle Pokemon. And I'm like, that looks
Oh,
better than
man.
what we're getting now. I don't know. I'm sad. I'm
Mario and
sad.
Zelda holding it down, holding it down.
For real, dude. Such horse shit.
But honestly, PC Master Race for sure.
Do I buy it? Nah, I don't buy it.
What the? Nah.
Do I buy it? Maybe I buy it. I don't know.
Like I said, I honestly, it's to a point
I
where
don't know.
I would see how it runs on
old
'cause
Switch?
The OLED version has the same hardware inside as the OG Switch. Is that right, or is that different? Do they have bigger batteries and shit?
They have a slightly bigger battery, And it is a different model like processor, but it's like it's marginally better if it is better at all. And it most likely if it is better, it's because like image rendering is easier with the new screen. I remember watching a bunch on that.
Yeah, we'll just see how it plays on the, because I would assume, especially this first year or two or whatever not, you're gonna get some comparison videos of whether it be Digital Foundry or whatever not, how shit runs on the first one versus the second one. Because Nintendo at least gets away with it in terms of art style and how games function in general. So I'd be kind of curious if it at least is playable on the Switch One, and just kind of go from there until it's a forced thing in terms of I need a Switch 2 in order to play this.
Bro, if it's not playable, I'm gonna shit fucking boulders. Breath of the Wild is playable. Tears of the
That's
Kingdom
what I'm saying.
is
So I
playable.
don't know how a game looking like Pokemon would not be playable even on the current Switch at this point.
You know what makes all of this worse? Is like, so like, you know, there's a whole like PokeTuber side of YouTube. I follow a lot of them actually, because they're there for like 2-3 years. That's all I watched were like Nuzlocke and such.
Yeah.
They watch the direct for Pokemon and they're just like, oh man, this looks great. This looks amazing. I'm like, guys, you are not helping us get a better Pokemon game. This does not look
I have
good.
a hard time. I have a hard time.
I
when
don't
they say
believe
that
you.
Stuff.
I
Did
don't
they
believe
back
you.
it up with anything?
Yeah, I don't fucking believe them. Well, they're just like, wow, that's so revolutionary. We could battle in the wild now? Or like, we just cast our Pokemon out and yeah.
It's like
ooh,
Stadium.
Megas are coming back. And I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. You're not helping us get a better game. You're not. And then you got like the bigger streamers out there saying that game looks like shit. What are you talking about? I think those smaller PokeTubers are just trying to get like a contract with Nintendo. Be like, yo, give me your game early, you know, kind of thing. I don't know.
I will say nowadays it is very hard, specifically on
To get
YouTube,
partnered
I guess
with Nintendo?
internet. Well, I wouldn't even want to try with that. But
Fuck that.
in terms of kind of seeing the balancing act with a video specifically or someone's reaction, because I feel like someone's either going full hatred mode on something and just pure negativity, just again views and it works and just like it's easy to do so per se, or you get the complete opposite sometimes where it's just like this person you're
love.
just asking, are you partnered with them? Where's the money coming from? You're questioning that. You're just like, what the fuck? So it's very hard to find actual people that are just like, all right, here's the good, here's the bad. Let's kind of go over it, let you know what they're thinking without just saying this looks fucking sick without like justifying it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Or why they hate something. It's like,
Yeah.
dude,
They're
explain yourself, please.
Extremes on either side.
Yes.
Man, I'm trying to be not biased because I love Pokemon and I really want this game to like be good, but it just does not look like it's going to be good.
Based off what we've seen, I don't know. I don't know. Besides the new mechanics of Battle Royale in a sense, but
it's not even
or
really
ranked or whatever.
Oh,
whatever
yeah,
it is,
like the almost like the tower thing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I know what you're
It's
talking
just
about.
like, you didn't show
We had
me,
something
especially
like
for,
that in like I think it was black and white. There was the battle tower. You battled up it, but I mean this one's like online. So, but
because
yeah.
Honestly, I feel like you have to, in order to maybe impress you guys, like the diehards, you almost have to also impress the people like myself, where, these people
Bring
know
you
what
back.
it is, but they, what's the incentive to dive back into something, whether you're familiar with it or not? It's like I fucking haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
Like the reason why Power World looks sick in a sense is because you made these Pokemon, not these little like
These pals for
Chihuahuas.
legal reasons.
Yeah, not these like Chihuahua sized things. Like they have some depth to them. They have some size. They have
They're
this
massive.
and that. Like, yeah, and it's like, oh man, you make them seem like bigger than life. Like, oh shit, there's a fucking huge giant thing right there, boss battle, whatever, not kind of thing. Like, oh, that's kind of cool.
And you turn 'em
literally
into slaves.
Pokemon. The funniest thing would have been if they copied Power World. I would almost praise
Oh
them.
my
Take
God.
out the guns. If
Oh
they
my God.
copied Power World, dude, you'd be like, oh, you guys want to do a Pokemon game that we're going to sue you against? We can do it better. Fucking prove it. Obviously,
Yep.
you're not proving it.
I would play that game instantly. I would buy that. I would buy the Switch. I'd buy 3 Switch 2s to play that game.
It doesn't even need to have the survival component to it.
No.
But like, good lord, though, my brain instantly when I think of Pokemon just goes back to the basic simples of like, all right, I'm a teenager, whatever not. Mom is sleeping with Professor Oak. Then,
yeah, she is.
and
Yeah,
then,
she is. That dirty
and then,
hoe.
I get to pick 3 Pokemon because he wants me distracted, so I don't know that's going down. And then I go fight some gym leaders and shit. Just put it in the fucking world of Power World, though, when it then becomes 3D instead of this 2D screen I'm so used to looking at, instead of the shit that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, good God, I don't know where you guys got lost in the sauce. Like, fuck.
Bro, it sucks too because they're. I agree fully, but they know that whatever slop bullshit they put out, it's gonna get bought, and that's the hard part. So like, we
It's
could
like Pokemon
try.
got stuck in the handheld era, though,
Yeah, I know.
in a bad way. Like,
In the worst way.
Like I almost expect this game, if you didn't tell me which one it was coming to, and I showed this to, I don't know if I could time travel, but like, oh, that looks like a pretty dope 3DS game.
Okay, so before Arceus, the last revolutionary thing was probably the last Pokemon game on the DS. They tried something cool in Sword and Shield. I thought it was fucking dumb, but then like, I think it was X and Y. So X and Y, Arceus, and then just straight slop in between all those years. And it's like, what is fuck, dude?
Is it Pokemon? When did the last one come out?
Last year.
Is this the like last? Oh, okay. I was
Scarlet and
trying to picture if they were
That's
still.
another
'cause
issue that they have. They release something
they
every
Call
year.
of Duty it.
Yeah.
They Call of Duty the shit out of it. Yeah.
Like, so for example, Arceus was released 3 years ago. Last year was Scarlet and Violet, and now this year is this bullshit ass fucking game.
Yeah. No. Take the. I wouldn't go 3 years. Give them a 2 though.
Put it back in the oven, let it cook a little longer.
Yeah. Come up with something else, because
You know, a way that they could redeem
stupid.
this game is change the wild areas to just be the entire city. Because in Pokemon, you have a chance to run into a Pokemon wherever the fuck you're at. Doesn't matter. You can be in a city. You could be.
it's supposed to be. I thought.
Yeah, that's how it. Yeah, but they're wild, bro. I see a raccoon outside all the time. I see deer crossing the street. Like the fuck, I don't know.
Dude, they spawn there. You're not aware of that? Come on, that. That's the
Kind of
raccoon spawn.
Kind of a terrible spawn point to be in the street, but I mean, whatever, you know.
What are you gonna do, man? That's the dev's choice.
I don't know if I buy it, bro. I think I vote with my
Either
wallet
way,
and don't.
fucking hold off. And if you were to buy it, try to make it for the Switch original.
No, I would.
That's all I'm saying.
I think I buy a Switch 2. Not right away, but I definitely think I buy a Switch 2. But I don't think I buy Pokemon, bro.
Which, if you're buying the Switch 2, my money's on you're buying the Mario Kart bundle, correct?
Yeah, probably.
The most fucking, oh my god, I'm waiting for the articles. They're gonna be like, this is the best selling one. No shit, Sherlock. The game's only $50 instead of $80.
Oh, one more thing we gotta fucking talk about with Nintendo. Oh my god, they learned something. They did learn something.
What, the internet with game chat?
Well, that too, but so they had an issue when they released the Wii U that people didn't understand how to use the console. So they're fixing that. They're making a game to teach you how to use the console.
Oh, good lord!
But
don't even fucking.
But you gotta pay for it. The fuck?
I would rather pay for Wii Sports again than this shit.
You gotta pay for it, bro. What the fuck?
I gotta pay for my user manual? What the fuck is it?
That's just another reason to not like Nintendo. It's like, who the fuck do you think you are?
Out of touch.
Bro, that's like getting your phone and like the welcome setup. You gotta put $10 in to fucking go through it. Otherwise, you gotta
Not even
find
the
it all
welcome
yourself.
setup, just the
Or the
you pay for
transferring
it, and
data.
It's like, all right, yeah, to use this phone, pay us an extra $10 for your account.
That's like, That's like installing Steam, and
Oh
then
my
you gotta
God.
pay like $15 to be like, okay, this is how you download games.
It's
and
like
then,
it's like Nintendo decided how do we figure out microtransactions for a console? Not the software, just the console itself.
bro.
Oh my
When I
God.
saw that, okay, because they didn't say it was gonna cost anything at first. When I was watching that, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's gonna teach
Yeah,
you
the
how to use.
history of it. How do you
Yeah.
work it? Yeah, how's it work?
And then they're like, for a small fee at the end. I'm like,
You can't even say the price. You can't even say it. Oh my God.
is it gonna be $20, $30? Like the fuck? If it was like $2, fine, whatever. Because
No way is this more than. No way is this more than. Oh my God. I want to say 10, but oh my God, if it's more than 10, the fact that it's costing money is fucking stupid. But
Wasn't the clock on the Nintendo Switch $20?
The Alarmo, whatever it's called.
Yeah, whatever. Well, no. There was like a clock game that you could buy.
Oh, there's
or
a game.
There was like a clock game that. Maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. Maybe it's a calculator.
Oh, calculator sounds familiar. I think so.
Fuck. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it was widely criticized for US $10 price point for a calculator.
Yeah, and then there's
As an
there's
internet
there's
meme,
the
it became one of
there's not only that, but
the
there is
best rated Switch games.
there is a clock. There is
There's a clock one?
there is AAA clock that is also $10. So if
Oh
a
my God.
fucking clock costs $10, bro. Oof. Oof. Oh fuck me. I guess who put this out though? Was it Nintendo? It probably wasn't Nintendo who made this. Okay, yeah, you can't blame Nintendo for this. This is Red Deer Games. Wait, does Nintendo own Red Deer for some reason? Before I
That's hilarious.
yeah. I don't know. Super dumb though. Super dumb. I just don't even know what to say.
Oh man.
I bet you it's $20 and then it's
It's
one
so
of those,
weird too, because they're so used to
Mm.
doing like party games to get you familiar with it.
Oh, one more good thing though, bro. The game sharing.
It is a good method.
I actually like that.
And
If-
so you get 14 days, correct?
Mhm, mhm.
So you get 14 days once it's shared. The person who shared it cannot pull. I don't know what happens if you decide to. I'm assuming you take it back in a sense. If you decide to play it, well, I don't know if it tells you like, oh, yo, so and so is borrowing it or something. But
Well, isn't there a
'cause
feature?
you can't play at the same time.
Isn't there a feature where like if I'm playing a multiplayer game and you don't have it, we can play it together?
Yes, which is dope. And I think
Yeah, that was in the
that,
DS
that is
originally.
sick because that's basically a Jackbox party kind of
Mhm.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like-
whether you
I
have
like
the Switch
that.
Lite, the Switch Normal, Switch 2, like boom, everyone can use this screen to play instead of your cell phone or something like that. That's dope.
I
Everyone
like that
bring-
a lot.
Everyone bring your Switch over, do your thing, like
Yeah.
that gets the people involved, all this other stuff. The party sharing is interesting. The Nintendo family piece is interesting. I feel like that's Nintendo's way of like trying to limit it so it's not a situation like me and you, like across states or whatever. Not it has to be
Oh, sharing Steam libraries.
yeah, it has to be basically in the same household.
Mhm.
Because I know with the game sharing thing, the way it has to work, I believe, is you share it, and it has to be on the same connection of that first day, like of the share in a sense. But if I went to go take it away somewhere, it would be okay, I think. So, but no, that part's fine. I'm cool with that. They finally realized how to do some game sharing kind of stuff, but.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is well, okay, so that original if I have the game you don't thing, that was on the DS originally. We could do that with Mario Kart and such. I remember me and my sister had DSs and I had Mario Kart. She didn't, and we were able to like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious too if they did anything about because I remember I've done it on the Switch before, where if you allowed someone to log into I think it kind of did it. I had the Xbox One did it, where if you logged into someone's account, let's say I had your account on my Switch,
Mm-hmm.
I made you the home version, like this
Oh,
is your home
if
console.
you now can play all my games.
Correct. Yeah, I'm curious if they still have that working on there though. I would assume they got rid of that.
Yeah.
but-
Well, okay. Because I tried to do that with my Switch and my Switch Lite, and what was the issue? There was an issue I ran into, and I ended up having to make whatever device I was making my primary device.
Yeah, don't they limit it to like you can't switch that around so often or something?
I think it had something to do with internet. I think I needed internet or some shit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think the device that's not the primary needs internet to play the games, even though you're playing them on your account that it knows you own. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Huh.
And I think they do that so like it's not playing in two locations at the same time.
Yeah,
whereas
they can
whereas
check
Xbox didn't really care. We were able to both play at the same time.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I know. We'll see. June 5th. I'm not gonna lie. The June 5th threw me off. I thought there was maybe gonna be a little bit later because I know they were doing that tour of the
I said
Switch 2
summer, bro.
itself.
I don't know if you remember.
Sure.
I said summer. I was like, sometime in the summer.
Yeah, I was thinking late, maybe I think summertime just because
Yeah.
of that holiday window, but
I think you were saying somewhere like
September.
yeah, September, October. And I said June, July.
Makes sense. Get all those honestly, their market, get those kids in a sense. They're out of school. Get them a Switch and get the Switch in their hands kind of thing. So
I don't think they will. Cost too much. Negative Nancy
it's
over
either-
here. I'm sorry.
it's either you do that or you buy the minimalist phone for $800, you know. Pick or choose, you know. But,
Pixel 9a, $500, baby. Let's go.
$500, dude. We got our tech guy. Better be a fucking discount on that thing.
That's true. We'll get it for like $250. We'll get it for half.
Worth it. Worth it. No.
We should show off
That's
the
all I got.
accessories real quick.
I got to try.
Oh yeah, true. Oh man, that's a lot of people were saying that the some of that shit was a little expensive. The dock
This-
alone is like 110.
This article doesn't actually show the accessories, does it? Are you gonna pull them up on your stream?
Yeah, see if I can find the.
Cool. I got you
Yeah,
up
it's from
right now.
Nintendo's own site here. Oh, ooh, another thing, and I don't think they're gonna have it because this is a marketing standpoint, and I feel like they would have mentioned this. Hall effect sensors, I do not think are gonna be in this console.
Nope, they would have mentioned it. They
Yep.
definitely would have mentioned that.
So people better fucking pray to God these things don't get fucking
Drift.
Joy-Con Drift 2.0. So
Yeah.
hopefully Nintendo, you fucking figured that out. Because if not, people are gonna be pissed. What do we got? Switch
The
Pro
steering wheels
2
look cool.
controller.
It's got back buttons.
Yeah, they're a little bit thicker. Yeah. Did you notice on the stream? It took me like a little bit, but the fucking announcers were the color of the Switch too.
No, I didn't actually. That's cool
yeah,
though.
so they were wearing the
Nintendo's
t-shirt
little details,
colors.
you know.
Yeah, they were wearing the t-shirt colors of one was the left Joy-Con and one was the right, and the guy in the gray was the fucking con.
Of course they were.
I was like,
Oh, will you scroll up? Real
I was
quick,
like,
actually?
good God. Yeah, to the whole thing. Here.
I just want to see the Joy-Con right there, the side. See, that's the mouse pad or the mouse feet. That's interesting.
Yeah, so both of them can do that.
That's what it
So.
looks like, huh? Okay. So it's
I'm
like
curious how long they last.
it's like pushed away. Obviously, it would have to be because of the buttons right there. I didn't think that it would be. I thought that it would be flushed, but just like a little bit thicker of like a mouse foot. That's an interesting way to do it.
Gotcha.
To lift it off the ground. That's. Ooh.
Yeah, raised.
I
a
wonder
bit.
how that's gonna feel.
I think the curve of it. I don't know if it'll show here. The curve of the trigger is a little bit. I don't know if you can. Here, I'll just fucking zoom in. But
Oh,
ever
I
so
see.
slightly
I see
there.
it down here. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
and in the carrying case,
mhm.
I feel like it'll for a left and a right click of a mouse per se. I think it'll be kind of fine, honestly. And you got
Yeah.
some at that point.
It looks big
because
enough. They both look big enough.
yeah, of where this person's holding it, that would be your aiming one if you're playing, let's say, an FPS
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. You then have 4 little macro buttons compared to the typical 2 on a mouse.
Ah, yeah. Actually, you could have 5 if you use this,
The click, maybe, I don't know.
yeah, of the joystick.
Yeah. So
Huh.
that would be interesting.
That is
I
cool.
don't know, melee, health, this, and that. I don't know what you want to
See,
use it for, but
These
it's
little
interesting.
touches, they're cool, but it's like, how often am I going to use this? I don't think I'm going to use this very often.
in a Nintendo specific game, I don't see it unless they somehow incorporate it in Mario Party.
Oh,
But
there's
that's
that
about it.
camera. I wonder how much they're going to sell that for. How much do you think? they're
Oh,
gonna sell
interesting.
for?
I'm surprised. I think it's $50. Let me scroll down.
So, do you see the thing on it? It is $50.
$50, yeah.
Okay, so wait,
Oh, they do show it
can
off.
you zoom it in a little bit?
Yeah. If I can go more if
If
needed.
you, you see the notch, does it have a
Yeah.
zoom capability?
No, so I was
Or is
reading
that a focus?
Oh, it's not gonna let me do it. Just do it in the background. Up top here, because that's what I was looking at. I was like, "What is that?" They didn't mention. I don't think they mentioned it in the stream.
I don't think so either.
On here where this
It
person's
says
hands
something
at,
right next to it. What is-
so it says open.
Oh,
So it's an open close privacy
aperture.
little. Yeah. But I don't even think
Oh.
it's that. I think it's a privacy
Okay.
filter, and that's
that
about it.
that's fine.
I
A lot of
think.
people
I
want
don't think
that.
it's as. So hopefully it's a good auto zoom in a sense.
I thought
but
you were
don't
saying,
think
like,
it's anything more.
How much light they let in? Yeah,
I
that
don't
makes
think so.
that makes way more sense.
Yeah, for $50, I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah, $50. It's not even
Uh,
gonna be 1080, is it? Did they give the specs?
True. Do they give the spec of that? Nope.
Dude, we're looking at a 720 camera right now. We're looking at a
No.
720p camera right now on a $450
Oh,
fucking dollar device,
Oh yeah, dude.
bro. We're looking at.
I
we're
want to.
looking,
I want to stream with this so bad. Oh man.
bro. We're looking at a Connect quality camera right now, which is crazy because
Yeah, it does not.
the Connect is actually still usable in today for like 3D modeling. This is gonna be
Oh yeah, true.
e-waste in 5 years.
Yeah, interesting. I
That's
feel
cool.
it.
Whatever.
Yeah, $50 for a mic
I don't-
stand.
I
with a
wonder
little
how many
camera
people
on
are
it.
actually
I'm
gonna
surprised it
buy
doesn't do
this.
specs.
Because
I
I
don't know
did.
what the market's for. I don't know. I'm not saying even game chat either, because come on now, Nintendo. I know you're social and try to be whatever. Not people aren't buying it just to.
No, I didn't
Use a
buy the
camera.
Sony cam. I didn't buy the 360 cam. I got the Kinect cam when I got my Xbox, but I didn't hook it up. So I wonder. I wonder if there's gonna be like games that require this cam. Holy shit! $110.
What, the dock price?
Or
Yeah. Yeah, if
Ac-
you want that second one to put it in the
Yeah.
bedroom or whatever.
if you
not.
want that active fan, I guess it's gonna cost some money.
Yep. Dude,
Right.
what happens if you? Ooh.
I just cut one up and put my
What
own
hap-
fan in.
What happens if you put the Switch 2 and the Switch 1 dock? They're the
unlock-
same thickness.
You unlocked 4K.
It's like they're the same thickness, so I'm thinking it would fit. I don't know though.
Ultra high speed HDMI.
Joy-Cons are Joy-Con, or sorry, the wheels are wheels. Those aren't gonna f up. Those are gonna be fantastic.
That's actually a good price. They look like quality wheels too.
20 bucks,
20
yeah.
bucks, yeah.
See, this kind of is dope if you liked this to begin with, I guess, because the
Mhm.
other one was just plastic. This actually charges your Joy-Cons up.
Yeah, they sold one for that for the OG too, but
But
it
they
was
don't-
separate.
They don't have the battery level though. Like, how many times can I charge them up to dead to full?
I don't
Fine.
know. That's
90
pretty cool
bucks
though.
if you want some new. If you want a new mouse,
mean,
I guess.
Joy-Cons are $90, aren't they? Or
No,
are they
yeah.
80? No, they're
I
75.
think they're. No, 75. Okay.
Yeah, I just bought 2 new ones when we went on our trip in December.
Oh, they do have. Did they say anything? They don't. Did they mention anything about amiibos? Now that I think about it, I don't think they did.
No.
Huh. Interesting. Because this
Motion
shows built-in
controls.
amiibo functionality, but the Joy-Cons don't mention that.
HD Rumble. Yeah, they don't mention anything about Hall effects in the Pro controller either.
No, I thought they were going. If that was their shot to do it, I thought they were going to
Mhm.
use that.
Well, it says at the bottom, Amiibo not included. So
On that part, yeah, but it has the functionality. At least you're gonna tap your old ones or whatever.
does
not,
at the
whereas-
bottom of the Joy-Cons to say Amiibo not included too? It does not.
No.
Huh.
which is interesting.
Yeah.
Hopefully that works on the Switch too. I could see it. It should, but there's a lot of fucking chilling of characters that people collected for that crap.
Yeah. A lot of people just collect them to collect them though. Don't even open them.
Yeah.
Which is
Switch
crazy
2
to
carrying
me.
case. Fine, $35, whatever not.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, how much you want to make a bet? This right here is gonna get turned into, or they're gonna have an available Mario edition.
Oh, guaranteed.
Into the cube.
Yep. Into the.
Cause how do
Oh, I
how
don't
do
have
you
the lamp
not?
behind me. Oh, it's right here. Into the question mark box for sure.
yeah, like how do you not? It's the perfect cube for it. You either do that or you do like a retro, I don't know, GameCube kind of style, but the way it's facing and the logo and everything like that, just put a question mark on there and make it gold. So easy money. Switch to adapter, your SD card. That's about it for accessories, but yeah.
You have to turn it into the cube.
Yeah, how do you not? Like, it's perfect size and everything.
Not too long ago, actually a couple years ago now, they had those Mario lamps. By
Oh,
the way,
yeah.
Do I sound like I'm talking through the Switch 2 right now?
No, you sound better than probably what that's going to sound like, so.
But I managed to land one of those Mario lamps at Goodwill for
Oh, hell yeah.
used to be in my
They make some
background.
good stuff, but I don't know. Nintendo's. I'd be curious to know people that are not our age, but are, your 15-year-olds, I guess, whatever, at this point kind of thing. Is Nintendo riding on nostalgia?
If you're asking me, the answer is yes.
I'm thinking so too, but again, that's why I'd have to have like a survey for freaking, 20 and younger kind of thing. Be like, I understand there was a Mario movie and whatnot, but a lot of those references in there aren't going to be towards, you're not going to get those, I don't think. But
So it's hard for me to say yes though. Well, okay, I'm saying yes due to my own personal opinion, but like I told you, I was talking to a friend at work whose son loves his Nintendo. So
okay,
so
they're out there.
Yeah, I just don't know how many are out there, and if it's mainly like people our age buying things like this, or I don't know.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, we'll see. I guarantee we get more Switch topics next week for sure.
Oh, yeah.
This is forever evolving, it seems like, especially until June. But obviously, with it being fresh and whatnot, yeah, I feel like there's going to be a story or two we're going to tell next week. So,
Yep.
But that is all I had this week. Anything else, sir?
No, dude, we went off on like crazy tangents this week. This went 3 hours. I don't even know where the
I know,
time
right?
went. That's crazy.
If anything, the only thing I'll have to say this to end it off, and we can kind of always end stuff off here. Like I said earlier, game I rolled credits on recently was Hellblade 2. Pretty good game. It's kind of funny because it says it takes 7 hours to beat. I beat it in like 5.5. So I was like,
Nice.
I didn't think I was speed running. I was holding the run button the whole time, but
Yeah,
other than that game definitely felt like a Unreal Engine
Showcase?
demo. Yeah, a showcase kind of
Yeah.
game. Because good God, fucking
Gorgeous,
movie
huh?
quality. That shit was beautiful. I was like, damn, this environment is sick. It reminded me of the Xbox Series X promotion trailer when like Master Chief was like finally running out onto like the cliff or whatever. Not.
Yeah,
I'm
and
like,
jumping down.
Yeah, I was like, is he running into like Helldivers World? Is this like a cross kind of thing? Because it was looking really good. Water, rocks, all that good stuff. But highly recommend. Yeah, give it a test out. Obviously, I'll be playing some Indiana Jones this next couple weeks or whatever.
played
not,
the,
just to test that out, but
I played the first one. I didn't beat it, but I played a good portion of it. I really enjoyed it. I'm
Yeah,
glad
it
you
was pretty
enjoyed that
good.
one. I'll check it out.
But anything you're playing recently or looking forward to, I guess.
I'm just selling drugs, man. Schedule 1. I've been addicted. I've been so addicted.
That's funny. I love the name of it because you wouldn't expect like, I don't know, that kind of game to come in.
Yeah.
Like Schedule 1, what is that? But
Yeah.
okay. Dude, sometimes I don't know, you keep it simple, you know what you are, and shit can be fun.
Well,
You don't have to overcome.
stupid shovelware, man.
Yeah, you don't
It-
have to keep it complicated. So
So fun though. Other than that, I haven't really delved into anything single player wise.
oh, did you see randomly? I guess did you see the Doom gameplay that has been going out this last
No,
week or so?
no.
Yeah, give that a look. It seems to be heavily focused on combo of. It's not really about speed and shooting around and whatever not. It's more of the melee and melee / shoot every so often.
New,
But no, it looked dope. So I think it came
New-
out last week.
New Doom,
Doom.
gameplay.
Yeah,
Oh, the Dark Ages gameplay.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely check that out, and I'll give you a review
Yeah.
of what I thought next week.
Game Pass for sure coming in clutch on that one.
Oh yeah, go Game Pass. It's a winner on a lot of fronts.
True fact. With everything
Shit.
getting so expensive and it's going to get more expensive, Game Pass is the savior right now.
Yep.
So
Shit, we kind of
But-
popped off this week, man.
yeah, that's
I think
all I
that-
got though.
I think that's it.
All right. Until
right.
next time, folks. Fucking take it easy.
Peace.